Welcome to Pontiff TV. Pontiff TV, how are you guys? What do I say, man? What a show yesterday. What a show yesterday. I gotta tell you, man, it was ball breaking. Absolutely. Whoops. I just dropped my pen. I'm just going to put something on my... Oh, it doesn't work. Oh. I was just trying to do something for my Jamie Opulence. He said, when's the sign going on the fridge? Good question, Jamie Opulence. I got to tell you, man, seriously, it was a amazing show yesterday. Oh, my God. I had the bear on. I had everyone on the show yesterday. And I got to tell you, I hope we answered all the questions. I hope the proof was in the pudding. And I got to tell you, man, I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you. I have got to tell you that it was amazing. It was amazing, okay? It was an amazing show that we did. Man, was it... I lost my voice yesterday. I lost my voice. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say there. I might actually put it here. This might be a good spot. Look at this, Jamie. There we go. Look at that. How's that? Look. Here we go, guys. Jamie Opulence. Oh, shit, he's on the fridge. He's on the fridge now. Look, there we go. We put it there. Jamie, it hasn't quite worked out. I'll adjust it. Here we go, guys. Let's get some super chats. Blue Shirt Buddha. Here we go. $5. It's Thursday Night Live with the Pontiff. Beware of the treacherous snakes. Never a truer word spoken. $5. Blue Shirt, man. Blue Shirt's birthday was yesterday, Sovereign. Happy birthday to Blue Shirt. Man, I just love your spirit. I love the Blue Shirt Buddha spirit. Typical. He's just a nice guy. He's got the, I got to tell you something. The nicest Rolex owners are one and done. Because when you got more Rolexes, you're a bit of an asshole. Okay, you got to be a bit of an asshole. These are expensive things. Blue Shirt is a good man. He's a nice guy, lovely guy, just a nice guy there. And I got to tell you, man, it is really, really difficult. It is difficult. So Blue Shirt's a great guy. Sensational seller, £1.80. AC3 is the whale of the wristwatch world here. There. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Let's post a link. I got to tell you something, guys. I think I got to be careful with who I allow on the streams. These guys came to me as friends. And I got to be honest with you. I don't think they were that friendly. They were not that friendly. That's what happened, man. They were not that friendly. They were kind of disappointing. They feathered their own nest. That's what happened. They feathered their own nest. They came to me. They were nice guys. I loved them. Don't trust people so much. You got to be careful, man. You've got to be careful. I don't know what to say, man. It's difficult. This whole world is a tricky place. And sometimes in life, you do things. You think people are your friend, but they're not. They're interested in themselves. They're always there. You can tell this. One thing about Pugsley is, whenever he was trying to sell me a shit sandwich, Arch, I'm here to help you. I want to help you, Arch. He's always, Arch, I want to help you. He's always packaged it as something that's going to make him so better there. Kevin, $10. Archie, that was fucking awesome as hell when you were screaming at the top of your lungs to Marco, I fucking hate you. Look, there was a lot of emotion yesterday. It was very emotional show. Okay? Emotions were high. I'm an emotional person. And what happened is I got to tell you this there. I got to tell you it's pretty nasty, okay? Exactly, but I got to be completely honest with you. It was very stressful. I don't like to scream at people and carry on like that. Oh my God, it was very, very tricky dicky. It was hard, man. Oh my God, emotionally draining, man. I was drained. Absolutely drained after that. The emotional, the adrenaline. Oh my God, it was just so much pressure. I don't want to do, I didn't want to make that video. And the funny thing is, I look back on it and why did we even do that video? I mean, actually, it was pretty good for the super chats, I must confess. But why did I do it? Why did I do this? And it's because Marco, I wasn't really talking about Marco, but he started putting super chats. He registered another name and started donating to push. And then we thought we had to respond. That's what happened. So I've got to... just so you know, Bear, that all these bees are about most delicious blonde that was on Tim's stream that just ended. Sharon Stone lookalike. Okay? The bees I don't get it. What does the bees have to do with that? I got bees. I got bees in my own. I got bees. You know this? I've got bees. I'll show you my bees. There we go. That's our beehives. Look, I got some beehives. We just got another hive yesterday, actually. There we go. That's the bees. I got the bees here. Yeah, it's in the studio. At least that's in the outside there. Her name is Bee. My second wife's name was Bee. Bee. Sukanya. I loved her. She was a beautiful woman. So I got to tell you guys, yeah, thank you. I got to say thank you. You know what, Bear Clooney? I love Bear. I can't handle this on my own. I need Bear to help us out. Live with Lolex, $2. I think yesterday was opening for everyone. Man, did you know? Did you see how nasty? We need Bee for my show. Yes, we do, Bear. Get her on. Lolex was burned. I would love to interview Lolex. If that is the real Lolex, I'd love to have you on and ask you how you felt about it. Do you feel used? How do you feel that Pugsley manipulated Bear to close the fundraiser for you, even though Pugsley made 60,000 Canadian? I gotta tell you, man. I think Lolex was used himself, man. He was cannon fodder. Cannon fodder in the Pugsley and the Bear. It's just incredible. Fella, $2. Unban Zane, or old Super Chat Marco, 200. Now, I don't think anyone's banned. Who's banned? Let me go and check that out there. I've got to tell you guys, seriously, you know, I'm going to go, just let me check in the group. I'll just see I'll just unban a few people. Normally, if they're banned, they've been pretty bad people. So I just want to be a bit careful with who I unban. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of a few here who just... We've got that stupid spammer. I don't understand this spammer who was just being a complete dick, you know. Oh, okay. I'll unban Zane. Sure, I can do that. That's fine. Don Johnson. I'll just unban a few. I'll unban a few, okay? I'm just hang on. I haven't got to save it. I got to press save. I'm just unbanning a few, okay? Just unbanning a few. Yeah, some real dickheads there. I'm just having a look. Just let me have a look. There's some really nasty people here, actually. You know that YouTube is it's a very competitive space. Okay, I've just done that, unbanned a whole batch of people. What can I say? YouTube is a hard space to make a living out of. Let me tell you that, man. It's very difficult. And the interesting thing is fame and money. So many people. The fame and the money. Bear is sort of my manager. I'm getting Bear to handle stuff because I can't deal with all this shit. I gotta do stuff, you know, to bring in the punters. Here we go. Moot Avino, $5. Okay, I agree. Tim and Marco are a-holes, but put B on. B, you are welcome on anytime. I'll just put the link there. If we can get her to come on, she's welcome to come on. B. Ramsey, $2. Drop the link for Tim. Okay, why not? Let's drop the link for... We'll just see what Bear says. Bear! Ground control to Bear! Yeah, we can bring him on for a minute. Hello, Rolex. I'd like to bring Rolex on as well. I'd love to talk Rolex. DC... Yesterday was a great stream, but nothing settled. I've got that Diego guy. Hey, man, what's going on with you?
Stopping by to say hello, Archie.
Hey, so how is your actually, Bear, I've just kept a few people banned. That spammer guy, um I've still banned a few people there with ridiculous names, so just letting everybody know. Diego, what's going on, man? How is your YouTube channel? Are you monetized yet?
I don't have one. I don't need one. I don't want one.
Snow Nuff, $5. Archie, isn't it simply possible that one person can be a fan of multiple streams? I donate to who I want. It's my money until I volunteer to give it. Snow Foe, $5. Of course, it's always your choice. However, it's like a rock band. When you got a hit show, you got a hit show countdown, or chart King of the Pops. If they've never heard the music, they won't go far. So you need to get that break. So yeah, exactly right, Snow Nuff. So I'm going to be not giving breaks to young punks who want to make 60,000 without a bit of tipping up. I'm going to be very careful with who I allow on, because I control whether they get a sniff. Otherwise, they can do it themselves. And the reality is, Snowfo, if they don't get the break, they don't get the exposure. That's just the way life works. That is the way life works, I'm afraid.
It's the way it works, man.
So what's going on with you? Tell me this. MJT, $8. Long live the OG method actor. Thank you so much there. Oh, my God. You know what?
What?
We got Marcel. My God. Can we get some better crew members today, please? Can we get some better crew? What are you doing today, Marcel?
Well, I had a fight with my wife.
What?
And, yeah, you know. By the way, I watched you yesterday, and look, I also have a hard time. You know.
Has she kicked you out?
No. But the restaurant is closed, and we're going to open tonight.
What were you fighting about?
Well, strategy of business. You know, how to improve the restaurant, and basically she's already tired that we worked together in the shop like over 10 years. I guess life very similar to you, already like over 10 years in YouTube.
Okay,
right?
just hang on 1 minute there, Marcel. Adrianos, 17, 5 pounds. Arch, I'm getting married in the morning. Congratulations. I'll be wearing my Speedmaster Pro. Wish us a long and happy life with a song. Any wise words? You the man. The only advice I can give you is you've got to make sure you say to your wife, honey, we need to have intimacy at least every other day.
You're talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can chip in there. You're married. Don't you agree? You need to have intimacy, if not every day, at least every other day.
Well, it's not easy after you're married for so long.
It's not easy. What's this bullshit? No, it needs to be every other day. Otherwise, don't get married.
Okay.
Every other day. Otherwise, what do you live for? Why are you getting married? You've got to ask yourself this. So you just got to say to her, you know what? Let's keep the intimacy every other day as the minimum. Every day would be better, but every other day, that's what you need to do. Seriously, if you keep the intimacy every other day as a minimum, you'll do well there. Zoe, $3. It's business. It's called a non-compete clause. And I don't even know if I want Zane on there. Let's see what he says. Hello, Zane.
Hey, Fatso.
I didn't think
that was
that
rude.
Zane. Unfortunately, it's not the real Zane. It's not the real Zane. It's not the real one.
It is me, you idiot.
What's going on with you, man?
Yeah.
Tell me what's happening.
Yeah, boot this Marcel dude that's trying to do. Boot this guy.
He's walking around Japan. That's kind of cool in the corner.
No,
What's
nobody
going on
can.
with
Yeah,
you,
I'm-
Zany? What's happening, man?
Also, why did you let Nico speak, man? You should have boot that fucking cunt.
Well, I did. You gotta have a right of reply. But Zany, you've had a few disputes in your life, haven't you?
No. Disputes about what?
I mean, you just got to do what your dad says. It's his money, don't you?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure, man.
shit.
Hey, Kendall
Yeah.
K, $8. Hey, Arch, can you please say good morning to my brother Neil from Sydney? He's a big fan. Neil from Sydney. So anyhow, Marcel, what's wrong with having intimacy every other day? Why can't that work? I don't understand.
Well, I mean, look, I'm working with my wife. I'm living with my wife. You know, it's too much. It becomes like almost like your partner, no more like your lover. You know. And
So what does that mean? I don't understand.
this means that you have a business partner. That's what this means. And
Sure. So
and this is the reason also why sometimes you have some mystery in the side as well. You know, I mean, this happened for me. This happened for a lot of foreigners here in Japan. That's why I don't
yes.
recommend you very much to come to Japan when you
Would you
retire.
would you think that a lot of men do have a mistress because the dynamics change? That's what you're saying, right?
Exactly.
And is that wrong? Is it wrong to have a mistress?
Look, if you don't have, like you said before, if you don't have I guess your sex life, your life, you know, so you feel very lonely, you feel very frustrated. Look, I'm going to play tennis now, spending a money that I don't have with a fucking French coach just because I'm frustrated, you know. So, and by the way,
How
my
much does that
YouTube channel,
cost?
like $100 an hour.
Phew, why so expensive?
You gotta pay to play with the best,
I
man.
tell you, welcome to Japan. And also, I'm extremely frustrated.
And is that a female French coach or a male French coach?
Male French coach. I
Dennis K, $7. AC3, you will always be the pontiff. I've been following you for years. And we'll get a paid review soon. Move on and get a new, better Glengarry Leeds. The Leeds.
Archie, I just
So
got
tell me
home from the
this.
gym. I'm out of here. Just want to
No
say
worries,
hello.
Diego. We love you. Thank you for coming on, man. We love
See you
you.
guys.
We love you. So, Marcel, can I ask you something? Nobody's listening, okay? How many mistresses, hypothetically, have you had?
in the last 12 years that I'm in Japan,
Yeah,
it's hard to,
a couple.
difficult to say. Yeah, a couple. Yeah.
But you understand? Do you remember those romances in your head? Are they special to you? Like this is not just intimacy; it's also you had the connection with somebody.
Yeah, but you know, in the end of the day, you go home, and you know, look. I still love my wife. I mean, it's still kind of
Well, that's the thing. The problem is if you marry the mistress, she becomes a wife.
yeah. And sometimes you always feel they're more into you for the money, not so much for you know what you are. You know, I mean, with my
Would
wife,
you be
we
upset
felt,
if your wife had a mistress, had a like a lover or not?
I don't know how to answer that. I just know that she working her butts off, actually even
Yeah.
harder than me. And yeah, look, I try a lot of stuff in my life. Now I'm trying my luck in YouTube. I guess it doesn't work that much, but I try.
YouTube's
You know,
hard, man. YouTube is hard. You know that it's very, very hard.
it is. But I'm going to tell you something, actually, regarding to physical businesses. You know, I
Yes.
can. I look, and you spend a lot of your time, and you have tons of reputation, and I appreciate you for that. And you know, I can screw up in YouTube and maybe try again and again, and probably never succeed. But you know, I mean, you always can try because you don't pay money to do that. You know, you're using your fucking phone. You're doing a video. People
Yeah.
like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. And you know how we say this is in the small term. And I try, I mean, basically, I think nobody likes me that much because I'm stuck with 80 subscribers already for the last month. But, I try my best. Maybe I should make more simple videos. I don't know. I mean, you probably saw my videos.
Maybe also I think, the problem is that there's too many people in the what space. If you not have a footing, it's very hard, And
Yeah.
there's many Japanese videos very popular. I watch Nobuto in Japan. He's
They are heavy. You know how much money they make in YouTube, Archie? Man,
he's a millionaire. And he pretends he's not. He pretends he's struggling. Bullshit. That guy there really. Hello, ABC. How are you?
Hey, Arch, how's it going?
Hey, man. So, I got to tell you, maybe you need to spend money with the wife on vacation or something more fun. Maybe she's just not happy because you're not having
Of course she's not happy. She's dying to go to vacation. We just been to Kyoto 2 weeks ago, actually for 2 days. And you see her relaxing and having this relief. I mean, we used to go twice a year somewhere in the world, just for her to have fun. She wants to travel. Her dream is, her dream in life is if she have all the money in the world, is just not working and traveling every day in a different country. This is her dream. She wants to travel all over the world.
Well, you know what? Maybe, Marcel, maybe it's time to sell the business and go live in. There's some low-cost countries. Like in Japan, you can live in the countryside very cheaply.
Yeah. I don't even know how much the business is going to be worth now. Because everything is bad. Everything
How
is
much
low.
did you pay for it?
Fuck me dead. If I'm going to tell you, you're going to freak out.
No, tell me how much.
I pay 200 grand. And by the way, the business is only rent. I pay 200 grand to renovate it inside with all the equipment, everything that is already over 10 years. Today, estimation, if I need to sell it, I'm going to be lucky if I'm getting 50.
Yep, no, but that's how businesses work everywhere. It's terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very frustrated, Archie,
Huff on Smash, $2. Can we get back to wristwatches and toxicity, please? Man, I got to say Marcel, it's actually nice to chat to you. I would love to talk about mistresses with you one day.
So leave a phone number, a link or something. I'm not even connected to you,
I'm back, man.
Yeah, well.
I'm fucking back.
What happened?
I just had to take a piss.
Okay. Look,
the missus
Marcel,
is cooking, so yeah.
Oh, Marcel, I got to tell you, man, we could, I tell you the truth there. Do you normally go for younger mistress or older mistress, or doesn't matter? Just depends.
Well, it depends, but Arch, if you want to, be connected to me, and send me like your phone or something. I mean, I would love to have a chat.
Have you emailed me? I'm trying to remember. How did we, Marcel? I'll send you my phone number.
Okay, I can also send you my number now in the private chat.
Oh yeah. Send me your number in the private chat. Perfect. I'll add you to WhatsApp, okay?
That would be wonderful because
I'd like to chat to you. You're not a bad guy, Marcel. I like you. You know that? I think you're a bit zany, but man, I would love to chat to you, okay? You're not a bad guy.
I don't have a lot of friends here in Japan, I mean,
it can be, you know what? I went to Japan.
You feel quite lonely.
It's so fucking lonely. I remember one time I was in the suburbs of Japan, right? In the boondocks. Nobody will even fucking... Thank you. I got it. Nobody will even say fucking hello to you because you're a foreigner. They won't even say hi or hello. The only time someone says hello is when you walk into a fucking shop. It is so fucking lonely. You feel like it's just... Marcel, I understand it, man. Believe you me, I have been there, and Japan is one of the nastiest. It can be beautiful, but it can be fucking hard. You know what I mean? They hate you. They hate you,
They do. That's why I said before, when you have a business, they respect you. Now I wonder if they really respect you, but at least they don't bully you. when you
No.
are worker here.
No, that's
Look,
exactly it, Marcel. I totally agree with you. I love you. You go and have some tennis, okay?
yeah, look, actually, I always want to come to your live stream and talk, but sometimes I feel kind of
Yeah.
ashamed or bad when some people starting to boost me off, and sometimes even you do that. So,
Yeah, I
you
think we've
know,
got
I
to pick
mean,
the right topic. You know, if we talk about mistresses and that, they all interested, see? But we talk about watches, it's boring. We want, see, with an accent like that, man, you got to have a couple lovers. That accent sounds French, but it's not, you know? That's what they want to hear about. Here we go. Andrew, £2. Marcelo, you're a cool guy.
so
MJT, Marcelo, good on you, brother. Drop the tennis and work on that fifth mistress. Hashtag the sun will come up tomorrow. You know what? I got to tell you this seriously. Can I tell you a quick story quickly?
mm,
So,
go ahead.
because you're married to a Japanese. I had this
Mm,
Japanese, I'm married to a Japanese wife, and I spent a fortune. I spent $20,000 to take the family there, right? And she was so bitchy. She was so fucking bitchy. You know what I mean? She wouldn't, because I spent overspent. You know, when you as a man, when you overspend, you want a bit of affection. You know, because I put on my credit card. You know what I mean? It's not like I bought a Rolex which I can sell. This is like a holiday. It's worth nothing. You know. It's like a shop fit out. It's worth nothing tomorrow. Anyhow, I was in Japan and I just went onto Tinder and found a perfect mistress. You know that? You know, because
Super
they
chat,
don't
Arch,
fucking
super
they
chat,
don't
super
understand.
chat,
They don't
super chat,
understand
super
that
chat, super chat.
sometimes super chat Stephen Monash. They don't understand, Marcel, that sometimes we need a bit of, they're just so brutal. Stephen Monash, $5. Hi, Archie, watching for years. I know you despise independence. We everyday poor people love them. What do you think of Melbourne Watch Company? Look, it's not that I despise independence, it's that I find it hard to give advice to newbies to buy them because you will do your ass. And I, as a
mm.
conscience, because I was poor, I can't recommend independence because you'll never get your money back. And what am I going to say then when you can't get your money back? I feel guilty. SR Bell, $2. Arch, where is Jin and his little Chinese wiener? Yes, Jin kind of, yeah, that was ages ago. No idea. Malik Diamond, $5. Two newest good ones, Marcel and Saad. There we go. Marcel, you got to understand, man. $30. $31, MJT. Put this in credit. Put this is credit. Next person to boot Marcel needs to pay minimum $40. There we go.
Yeah, thanks. Look,
I gotta tell you, man, seriously. Look, you're not a bad guy. I think the problem is, Marcel, it's a very tough space, and we're more interested in your life in Japan. We want to know about the
look,
love
that's what I try.
hotels. We want to
Look,
know
that's
about
what
the
I try.
love hotels. We want to know about where do you meet these girls? What sort of pickup lines do you have? Do you say, "Hey, you look so beautiful"? How do you start talking? Because in Japan, they're all shy. You know that they're all shy. So corny lines really work.
They, well, I mean, look, of course, I guess, now you have that many people, and I guess they look for some people that look interesting, and I guess maybe, yeah, I mean, I think, look, bottom line, they also in Japan, they're looking for money, I mean, so
They're looking for money.
yeah,
Are you
if
in
you,
Shinjuku or where the fuck are you in Japan? There's some.
me
They're
now?
looking for. They're looking for money. How do you mean they're looking for money? Which sort of girls are you talking about? Hey,
No,
hey,
they're
hey,
looking,
Marcel.
no, no. Like, look, you, you know what? I mean, always when you go to bars, clubs, you always talk to them. They a little bit check you out. I mean,
But
what
what about
you're
Tinder? Do you use the
doing.
apps? You got to use the apps. Get on the apps, man. Forget the
Okay,
bars. That's expensive, man. I don't have money to waste.
that's why I stop. I stop. I didn't completely stop. I have my friend
You go on the
Olivier that
Tinder,
is a
man.
fucking
Tinder. It's a new age. GB, $2. Is Diego, MD, fashion guy's older brother. Dennis K, $2.80. Marcelo, are you an everyday millionaire? I think Marcelo's
uh,
probably worth about 300,000
really? Wow, thank you.
with the
Not even
watches. With the watches.
with the watches, maybe 100.
No,
I
the
guess.
watches are
Maybe
worth
a little
no,
bit
no.
more. I don't know.
Your business is worth 50. Your watches are
Mm.
you've got some really good heavy hitters. There's not
Yeah,
rubbish
yeah, of
there.
course. But yeah, you know, I mean, like, look, if I get divorced or things like
Why are
that,
you getting
don't forget.
divorced? Just get another mistress. Don't talk about divorce.
Yeah, I'm
Marcel,
very pissed, you
you
know.
remember this.
I'm very
Andrew,
pissed.
£2. Marcel, get high ceilings like Diego and you're good. Let me say this, Marcel. You got that beautiful bird. You know what? Sometimes in Japan, you just got to realize it's okay to have a mistress. Just make sure the wife doesn't find out. It's not wrong to
Yeah,
have a
I know.
mistress. It's wrong for her to find out.
But the mistress also costs you money. You know, you need to,
But if,
you know, she will not
hey,
become your mistress
hey,
for free.
hey, Marcel, let me explain something to you. This is why I've gone into older, wealthier ladies. They've paid for me.
Okay,
Do you understand?
nice.
I'm fucking joking you. You losers, you always want the young 20. Man, I don't mind
Yep.
a 60. It's okay. 60 plus is okay. I'm not getting old. I'm nearly old. I'm nearly 50 myself. What do I care if it's 60 and they have nice heart? You know
They
that? I
have
got
a
a
lot of
WhatsApp.
nice stuff.
I got a couple nice ladies. They on the WhatsApp with me. They take me out. They take me to nice hotel. That's my gig. That's my gig. I'm not the most beautiful, but you know, for a 65-year-old, they think, "Oh, he looks so young. A little bit fat, but he's young." You know what? That's why I'm fat like this, because they always buy me expensive food. This is not McDonald's.
Yeah. You gotta be a power bottom for them.
Yeah. Archie, you should bring them to my shop one day.
Yeah, well, I'm just telling you, man. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do, man. That's what you got to do. Let's next super chats. Have a quick look here. We've got a few super chats coming through here. Because that's what we want to talk about, man. They want to know about how easy is it to get a mistress in Japan? What do you need to do? The love hotels. That's what they want. They don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about. You know, they don't want to be in your bathroom. They want to be in seeing this stuff and seeing what they can pull on the street. Here we go. Matthew Stewart, $31. Hey, Arch, what's the current backlog on Express paid reviews? Thinking of getting one done. I'm actually, there's about 2 weeks to wait, but Express ones will go to the front of the queue. So, yeah,
Actually, I'm
it's
going
all.
to do like this. I'm going to prepare myself for the
Yeah, no
sandwich,
worries, man.
soon.
You do that. Jamie Opulence, £2. Swipe
See you,
right for the Pontiff
No, I'm still here. I'm
AC3.
just preparing
Swipe
myself.
right for the Pontiff.
Like
Okie
changing
dokie.
shoes and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's okay,
I got
man.
you.
Okay, we'll just put you on mute for a bit there. I want to talk
Dude,
to ABC.
Marcelo is
Stephen
ripped.
Monash, $5. Yes, see your point about independence. I'm thinking of playing your video in classroom today as long as the content is not R-rated. No problems at all. ABC, what do you think, ABC?
Well, I think you're all dramaed out now, so you're just trying to
But
normalize
with
before
Marcel,
you
we
talk
want to
about
hear about the
watches.
mistresses. We don't want to hear about. That's why he's got to be interesting. What do you think? I mean,
Good to
every
see your
Western
eyes
man's
there, Karen.
fantasy is to go to Japan and have a new life there.
Really? I don't know.
They've got the best porn in the world. What do you think? Come on, just join
Really?
the dots. Join the dots. No, join the dots, guys.
You putting grip tape on your racket, Marcel?
No, actually, they're supposed to be for my fingers. I have.
Oh, right.
I actually play tennis very good. I almost like Nadal with the finger problem. So I actually put here, and here.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. So this tape is a little bit different than what usually I use. Is more professional and supposed to be less sticky. So let's see how this should work. This fucking shit costs like $10.
What racket have you got?
I play with Babolat Aero
Oh, okay.
Plus.
The yellow one.
Archie,
Yeah,
what
the
has
banana.
become?
We call it the banana. The plus, and I actually add some weight to it with lead, and I change the
Lead
grip to
tape.
leather.
Yep.
He seems very
So
professional. If
I used
he
to play
He's
tennis
good.
quite a lot
if
when
he
I was a
puts
kid.
much
maybe,
He's good, Archie. Pull him up
maybe
on
I'm going to
Instagram.
put
He's really good.
maybe I'm going to put for you guys to see me live, because actually I was thinking about recording myself today a bit.
yeah,
So
why not, man? It can't be
actually,
any worse.
my coach is used to be an ATP player.
I see.
Used to be professional, my coach.
Does he get many mistresses in Japan?
He's French, of course, but he
Okay.
doesn't share that with me. I mean, man.
Okay.
Actually,
of
just have a
course they
daughter
do.
right now. Just got a daughter.
Okay.
Was your coach in the top 20?
No, he used to be in the top 200.
Okay, well, not bad.
It's okay.
But I think we're talking about 80s, 90s. I mean, that time.
Ooh,
On the
he's
days
old.
of LeConte and people like that.
Yeah. He played with that
Guy
dude also.
Forgier.
My God, this is going back in time.
Nice,
There.
Archie. You have tennis guys. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
No,
Look,
that's
dude.
ABC is very good at that. Actually,
ABC,
I
I
had a
started to
very
love you, man.
professional tennis player called Nick Evans. He was a Korean player, Marcelo. A guy called Nick Evans. He was a very top-ranking professional tennis player.
Oh.
By the way, you guys in Australia, what do you guys think about Nick Kyrgios? I actually love that guy. I know he's a hot mind, but he could
Hey,
be number one in the world. You know?
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
talented. On his day, he can beat anyone, but
Yeah.
he just
Hey,
doesn't want to
Marcelo,
play.
can I tell you my claim to fame?
Yeah.
You know Samantha Stoser.
Yeah, but not. Yeah. Can go ahead. I don't.
Yeah, my
I think
dad's her godfather.
no fucking way.
Really?
Yeah, Samantha
No
Stoser.
fucking way.
Wow.
Yeah. My parents were friends.
Oh shit! Archie used to play tennis as well.
No. I preferred badminton more to tennis.
Okay.
What
But
are people
tennis is
talking
a
about in
great
the
game.
chat?
Tennis is a great game. It's a very, very good game. And,
First time I'm using this step. I actually like
hey,
it.
man, that's so cool.
That don't look good.
ABC. Okay, Marcelo, we'll just keep you. I just got to talk to ABC a little bit. Let me just talk to you. ABC. What did you think of the show yesterday? Just tell me. Give me the rundown. I want the wrap,
Oh,
the
the
synopsis.
roller coaster. It was so much drama going on, and it just
Did I
came-
answer the questions? Were the questions answered? They wanted proof. They wanted this. Was it answered? Yes or no?
For me, I think it cleared up a bit more. There was, I don't think it completely answered everything 100%, but it did give some clarity.
Did you realize how sneaky Pugsley was?
I was a bit surprised at his lack of response on certain questions.
Do you think I had every right to ask him how much he made?
Of course you did, but obviously he had every right to not answer.
Do you like the way I kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it?
It was very interesting, his lack of response.
Look,
But
he's
then
putting his
he
gold
made
Rolex away. Good Rolex, man. I love the Rolex, Marcel.
Yeah,
We
I
love
put
the
it,
Rolex, Marcel. Put it. That's beautiful. Make sure no one steals. What's Japan? Nobody steals nothing.
Japan,
Marcel,
Yeah,
no
it's
one
just-
did that.
seriously, man. What age was your last What age is your current mistress? Just give me an age.
The current one, I think it's 42. I think.
Oh, you shouldn't be having to pay for that. 42. That's
Huh?
second hand. You don't need to pay for that.
No, that's why I keep that one. I mean, the
Yeah.
before was a 25, and God help me how much that one was.
Yes. No, but 42. 42, but beautiful.
Of course, I mean 42 looks
Of
like a
course, yeah, he's-
foreigner.
Yeah. I know. I'm sorry. But that's Marcel. Thank you so much for that. ABC, did you think that? What did you think of how Rolex was used like a pawn?
I didn't catch much of that. I just saw what Tim said to him a few months ago.
No, this is Bear. Bear admitted he was manipulated. Do you understand? Bear said he was manipulated by the 22-year-old Pugsley.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't catch that bit.
Don't worry, I've cut the important bits on the Paul Pluta channel. It's on the Paul Pluta channel. I was manipulated by a 22-year-old. I've got it. All the highlights are on the Paul Pluta channel. So you can see. I've also got one there. this community, it's all about the money. This community, man, I can't believe how money hungry they became. Can you?
Well, money
And maybe
even
it's
divides
not going to
families.
come back. I'm just fixing.
Money
We're
can
young.
pit
Marcel,
brother against brother.
Okay.
that's cool, man. Marcel, I must admit, Marcel, 42 is brilliant. That's a perfect age, I think. And is she married as well, or she's single? Or it doesn't matter. Is she married or single, that one?
I'm going to reboot.
Okay, no worries, man. That's cool. You do a
Diego's very
reboot.
patient with the topic
Here
of
we go.
conversation.
Panos Kalos, €5. Can we get rid of Diego and bring live with Lolex back? Lolex is welcome to come on. I don't know why he doesn't come on. He feels burnt. But I hope he can see it wasn't, I'm not the only one who burned him. Now, let me say this. ABC, did you think Bear presented well in the interview?
I think he should be on live streams a lot more.
I've asked him to. He said he's going to come on when I don't want to force him into it.
No, but I don't think he's got anything to be anxious about in terms of sort of performing and things like that. He was actually damn good.
Tell me some revelations you found absolutely you didn't know. What revelations did you pick up from the stream?
I think what was most telling was Marco's responses and and how he responded. But obviously, maybe he felt he got caught off guard. I don't know, but there were certain things that, I mean, I was having a conversation with someone else about this, and
Yeah.
I didn't catch Bear saying this, but Bear apparently said, "I'd rather not have to prove something and the truth come from the horse's mouth."
Yes. Yes.
But I think these kind of things will take a longer time to thrash out properly. But I think a lot did get thrashed out yesterday. A lot did come out in the open, and it was very interesting. Not much talk, but there you go.
What did you think about I said that, tell me this, you were a panelist through this whole period. Do you think once they were monetized, Marco and Tim both were just dead on my show? As soon as they started their stream, it was like a jolt of lightning went through them.
I think in the past couple of months, that did become, noticeable. It was more noticeable, and I think the way things were done, like the investigation that needed to be done by your network of spies, it did take time for it to come together.
Yes. Yes.
And it does take a while to build a case, and when you bring the people to interrogate them or question them, whatever, I think you need to have, like I said, a lot of time to gather the evidence, as it were. But yeah, it's sad. It is sad. I saw how much you were let down. Yeah.
Andrew, $5. Diego competing with Green Room right now. The two of them are always talking, but he's a good guy and should stay.
Hey,
there we go. I agree
I
with that.
respect when I'm not part of the conversation. If you want to ask me shit, go for it.
It looks
but if
beautiful
you're
there,
ABC,
Marcel, in Japan there.
Are you quiet?
Marcel, can I ask you something? Hello? Marcel? He's okay. I got to tell you, ABC.
Diego's been very patient. Shall we try and get him into the conversation?
No, just leave him sit there. I'm just starting to get some groundway with you, ABC. Tell me this. I was so let down by the community. I was trying to build this community. And all they wanted was money. That's all they were interested in. Was once the fame and the super chats came through, they were only interested in money and super chats. Fame and super chats. That's it. They were not interested in Archie.
Yeah, I think, like we've said before, and we've noticed before, money changes people, and it can pit people who are close to each other against each other. So I wouldn't say there's a huge surprise there.
Were you surprised at how Pugsley had kind of sucked up to the donors like that, or got the database? What did you think of that? Was that underhanded? Were you aware of that?
I knew he had access to your StreamYard and things like that, because obviously he would run the show in your absence and that kind of stuff. But I didn't know there was any of what you've said going on that actually went on.
Can you see why I was a bit angry? Can I ask you that? Can you see why I was a bit cheesed off with these guys?
It depends. I mean, look, people can say. People
Just
can
very
spend
quickly,
their
we got
money.
Marcel live at the court side. Hello, Marcel.
Go on.
Hey, Marcel, how are you? Hello, Marcel.
I think he's psyching himself.
That's okay.
Up.
Psyching up. That's okay. Just between you and me, I think I've seen a side to Marcel I didn't think I would say. It's.
Do you know why? Because we can see his eyes.
He's actually quite a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Marcel is a nice guy. I think he's a bit lonely at times. You know what I mean? Between you and me, Marcel, how are you? Yeah, he's okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
He's lonely. I think Marcel is lonely at times. You know this? He is lonely because I got to be honest with you. He's
now I can hear you.
Hey, Marcel.
Yeah.
What would you do if the wife found out about the mistress?
What I can do? You live from day to day, right?
Does the mistress know you're married, or?
Of course, they're not stupid.
Is she married as well?
Yeah, I think she is. I say I think because you never.
You don't ask. You don't ask. You don't push it. You don't want to go to.
Exactly.
So tell me this: do you just meet up once a week, or do you go away together for a weekend, or what do you sort of?
No, I didn't have the privilege for that yet. It's like once a week, once 2 weeks. Now was like almost. Oh, Sebastian.
Yes.
I am in a live
I'll let you go.
No
worries.
But they keep it. You should see how I play.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We'll keep it on there. No worries.
You
can do that. That's cool.
Chat.
That's cool.
I tell you what, there we've got a super chat. What's the super chat? Tell me the super chat.
Have we got Andrew's £5 super chat?
Yes, we did there.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we did that one. Super chats have been a bit slow, I'm afraid. I got to tell you, I think that was very interesting talking to Marcel about the mistresses. This is what we want to hear about. We don't want that fucking parrot. We want to talk about the other birds in his life.
I think it makes a difference. We can see his eyes.
I actually think he's a fucking cool guy. Look at this. He's got a mistress. He's got a wife. Look, if you've never been married to a Japanese wife, fuck me dead. They can be so fucking difficult at times. You just got to understand this. It's just, fuck. They're not into anything. They just fucking hate you. They fucking hate you. So to have the mistress, they're like it's like a fountain of life. This is the thing. It's such an oxymoron. I mean, it's just. I don't know why it's like this. It happens in Japan. Okay, that's all I can say. Okay. And I don't know why it's like this. Okay, I didn't say it was fair. I didn't say it was just. I didn't say anything. I'm just telling you the honest truth. And he's an interesting guy. I like to hear more about the inner person. And he's already confessed these. His career is fucked. The business isn't doing so well. He's spending $100 on fucking tennis lessons. Man, I would have bought a nice bouquet of flowers for the 42-year-old and maybe got her a bit of perfume. That would have been a better way to spend $100 personally.
I need to keep myself in shape, Arch.
Marcel, I can send you discount perfumes if you like. In Australia, they're cheap as anything. I can send you presents, I can help you out, Marcel. Okay, believe you me. We have amazing stuff.
Look, some mistress behind me. I don't know if you can see it. Look a little bit small. Yes, that's what they're doing. It's boring. They're playing tennis.
Yes.
By the way,
It's ball.
I don't start, like Djokovic. I need to start small. I didn't warm up,
Yes.
so you're going
Yes.
to
Okay, I'll let you go,
start
man.
well.
You go and play. You play. I'll let you go, Marcel. I got to tell you there, ABC. What do you think,
Yeah.
ABC? I got to tell you, ABC. What do you think, man?
Yeah, so like I said, it was really interesting to see what went on, and I don't think everything got thrashed out, but
No.
I think the ball's rolling on that.
Here we
And
go. We got a CB $20. Archie, Marco got our emails because we voluntarily donated to him at his birthday party. He never pushed to get money. I am sorry, but there is no smoking gun. CB is a very dear friend of mine. I love CB, but I think CB, what happened was with Marco, he did become predatory to the big collectors. He wasn't interested in the shitty collectors. He was interested in the wealthy collectors. It's funny that, CB, the only reason he's nice to you, see, the problem is when you're super rich, like CB is, everybody's nice to you. Oh, sir, you bring your Mercedes Benz in. Oh, sir, would you like got breakfast ready for you. Would you like that? Oh, sir, you look so amazing. No one says to you that you're an asshole. They don't say that because, oh, that's his coach. Hang on. Is that
This is
your
my tennis
coach?
coach.
Hey, man, he looks young. How are
Hi.
you?
Oh, I'm very young. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're looking amazing. You're having the time of your life in Japan, man. You are a lucky guy. You know that?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful women, beautiful everything. What more could you want in life?
But the guy used to be 200 in the world.
That's amazing. That's bloody. That's incredible. That's very, very. Tennis is very competitive. Believe you me, that is one of the most competitive sports in the world. It's very tough. Very tough.
They're from Australia now.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm from Australia there. So that's, man, Japan looks.
where in Australia?
I'm from Brisbane. Brisbane.
Oh, I live 1 year in Brisbane.
Got you. Yes, Brisbane.
Yeah,
Yes.
see, 7 years ago, I stayed 1 year in Brisbane.
Oh, it's boring. Boring. Brisbane's boring. Nothing here.
No, you used to live in Brisbane, Arch.
Yeah, I know, but it's boring. There's no ladies like
Yeah,
Japan,
it's true because everything is closed at 5 p.m. I was a little bit disappointed.
Yeah. That's right. Everything because the labor rates are so high. The wages are so high.
Amazing, huh?
You can't run a business there. You go bankrupt. It's that's how it is there. NY punter $2. Spoken to Ving lately? No, I haven't.
Could you be a coach in Brisbane today? It's okay. It's good.
Oh, it's very hard to get customers. You're better off in Japan, man. Stay in Japan. Brisbane's not a Melbourne. Maybe I know I got friends who are tennis coaches in Melbourne. Melbourne is much better to be a tennis coach. Melbourne.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Melbourne is me. I like Melbourne.
Melbourne is very good for tennis. Very good for tennis. Okay, we'll let you go, guys. We'll let you go. ABC, a very interesting interview we just did there. Marcel, we're trying to see the other side of Marcel. I want to see the side of Marcel that is, he's a frustrated businessman. It's not really worked out. He put all his money into this bloody business and it's not really paying that well. Mind you, if he gets a bit of 42-year-old Panami, that's not too bad, is it, ABC?
how old is he?
Oh, he'd have to be 50.
You reckon 50? Yeah.
Yeah, he looks a bit old. If you look at his wrinkles and that, you can't hide that.
Maybe.
But do you blame him for having a mistress? I mean, he's playing. This is actually quite good. Look at this. I feel like, look at this. This is actually he's actually quite good, isn't he? He's reasonable.
Hold on.
So tell me this, ABC, did I ask the hard questions? Yes or no? Tell me the truth. Did I push it? Was I over the top?
You weren't a soft cock, put it that way.
that was my biggest fear. People were saying to me, are you going to do a Paul Thorpe? That's what they said to me. Do you think I was soft?
No, you were very direct. And you were very insistent in your questions.
do you think I should have had Tim on there as well?
I don't think he was
Hey,
at a club
that
at the
looks
time, so
fantastic, Marcelo. It looks fantastic. Sorry, do you think I should have had Tim on there as well?
he was in a club at the time, I think. So I don't think that was an option. But things that with him, as we've seen, he can run rings around you if you ever try
The
to debate with him.
circular
I've
arguing
seen
techniques.
I've seen it about 2-3 times. He doesn't want to admit to anything. Doesn't want
Yes.
to. Yeah, he's a very slippery customer.
And JJ said something very interesting. He said that with Tim, the thing about Tim is people actually know he's bullshitting. You know what I mean?
Well, when
They
someone
know-
continuously changes the subject, when we see politicians getting grilled, they
Yes.
parry the question, they change the subject, they can give a completely different answer to the question.
Exactly.
So, we've seen it all before, that tactic.
And I must admit, Tim's very good at it. That I'd even say that Pugsley's learned a few tricks. If you saw yesterday, he starts saying the same thing. Like you're arguing with him. Do you deny that? Oh no, of course we got it from Archie. So that's another very clever technique. Is when you're having an argument, you want to destroy the other person's argument. You say, of course you contribute. They give you a positive. You see what I mean? It's a very interesting arguing technique. They give you a false positive, and then
when
you can't keep.
When you got Tim on last time, he didn't admit to anything.
No.
He didn't give you anything, in terms of positives or affirmations.
Oh no, circular logic. It's very, very, very. Here we go. CB $20. Arch. People get rich not because they are dumb. Marco was very critical and spoke intelligently. That's why we like to talk to him.
He's pretty good, actually. Look at him.
Marcel is pretty good.
We'll have to see his backhand.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yes, at the moment, they're just playing nicely, but I want to see it get vicious.
They're knocking up, yeah. So, what were they saying? Yeah, people spend their money. They found Marco
Intelligent.
You get a different brand of conversation with him, no doubt.
Look, I didn't say he's an idiot. I never said he's an idiot.
No, he's not.
But highly manipulative, I think the other words you'd use. And as a business model, I was an idiot. I made mistakes. I made mistakes trusting him. Would you agree I made a mistake trusting him, ABC?
I would say you were, in hindsight, a little bit too trusting, giving someone full access to your StreamYard and your metrics and things like that. And people may get tempted and things like that, and they start doing things that they perceived to be harmless, and then one thing leads on to another, the birthday stream and things like that. The birthday stream is something we all know. There's no secret about that.
Yeah.
But then everything else is still speculation. That's the thing.
I know what you're saying. NY Punter, $2. Tim is a snake. Domp et like yesterday's Hungry Jacks. And Roar of the Tiger, $10. Archie, I'm concerned for your health. Unless you consider yourself to be the Alex Jones of Watchdom, your manic rants are not a good look. Most veterans in my PTSD group are better adjusted. Holy shit. We got the Wizard. Wizard, you are welcome on. Come on, Wizard, and share the wisdom. Just one final point, ABC. Do you think Marco made 40,000, 50,000 Canadian, or 60,000 Canadian?
I really couldn't tell you because I don't watch enough of his channel to track super chats and things like that. So at least
Almighty Wizard, how are you?
Almighty Pontiff, how are you, my friend?
Hey, man, it's fantastic to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
I gotta tell you, the show, I lost my voice yesterday. It was very, very intense.
It was.
Did you learn anything from the show yesterday, Wizard?
I learned that you let them get under your skin, which you shouldn't, and you have to watch your health more than anything.
Yes.
True.
Jean Sebastian Fabre, $5. Like the bear yesterday, put everything in place. Don't forget that, Arch. Malik Diamond, Archie, you don't like dogs, but don't like birds. Are mistresses the only pets you keep? I got bees. I like the bees. My son loves the bees. Have you seen my bees, Wizard?
No, sir.
Have a look here. Out the front in my courtyard. What do you think those are? Those are hives.
Oh, wow.
They're stingless bees, Wizard.
Stingless bees. Wow.
They're native. They're native Australian bush bees.
And do they make honey?
Yes, they do, but only a small amount. And they've got no sting. No sting, stingless. And their
Wow.
honey is, actually, it's worth a fortune because it's very therapeutic.
Oh, wow. That's
It's used in
awesome.
cancer treatment, shit like that.
Very nice.
Yeah, the bees, the bees. Wizard, I wanted to. Oh, here we go. We got another super chat just come in here from my good friend MJT. MJT, $20. Archie, how much to say that MJT and Mind Collections are not letting you sleep at night for being so amazing? I gotta tell you, CB has the great sense of humor. He's an incredibly lovely guy. As I'm not just saying this because he's super, super successful, but he's just a lovely guy. I've been friends with him for a long time, and I got to tell you, it kind of pushed me to get a bit closer to him. When I saw Pugsley doing the same thing, I realized I need to try and have a relationship with these. I was always a bit shy, and now that I'm friends with him, and I reached out to him on WhatsApp and we chat, he's actually a really cool guy, and his perspective on life. Like I said to him, what is rich? He said $70 million plane and a $300 million yacht.
Well, that means
To me, what I think rich is the guy who's taking me to lunch today. That's rich. You know what I mean?
there you go.
A full tank of gas. Someone said to me, have you got any reserves? I said to this guy, you got any reserves? He goes, I got a full tank of gas and a fridge of food. I'm fine. That's what he said to me. It's all relative, Wizard. You know what I mean?
It is.
I don't know if you know this. We had a bit of a talk to Marcelo. We had a soft. By the way, CB, your collection is amazing. MJT's actually sold a few pieces off. He's gotten out of the look at me sort of pieces, and he's keeping the 5270. But you guys, I can't sleep at night at all thinking about you guys' collection.
I like the clickbait about how you've sold your sub, but you've not really sold it.
Oh, that was just, yes, the Adrian one. Yes.
Bit of
that
fun.
was, man, that was so. Seiko Cookie Monster, $2. You and Bear should debate Clyde and his mother. I think with Clyde is just so toxic, we're best to stay away from it. Okay, I've tried to engage with Clyde, but it ain't gonna work. Wizard, you know Marcel, he's an Israeli guy trapped in Japan, and I know you hated him. You saw the side of him which is boring. He revealed a few personal secrets today. He told us his business isn't doing terribly well. He bought it for $200,000. He did a refit and did this, and it's now worth $50,000. He's feeling very frustrated. Life is tough.
But he's got all those gold.
That's all he's got. He said he's sub 250,000, Wizard.
Wow.
But the thing is, what we found out about his life was that he does have a few mistresses.
Ooh.
No, this is Japan. The wife hates you. This is just how they are in Japan.
Yeah.
They by the way, guys, Bears just very sent me a message there and said, I would love facing Goldberg and Clive with you on the live stream. Let them know. Okay, we've got hopefully next week we could get Clive and Bear and Goldberg on the stream together. Yes, definitely. Another ratings bonanza on the Archie Luxury channel. Wizard, we discovered with Marcel, we started to feel sorry for him because his business isn't doing that great, he said. The rent is horrendously expensive. He just had a massive fight with the wife yesterday.
Oh, wow.
She's not happy with how he runs things. And
Well,
that's
he's
the problem.
spending money taking tennis lessons.
That's $100 he told us, $100 US for that lesson.
Yeah.
But
He
he said
could have saved that.
no, he said he had to do that because he's so frustrated. Got to get his frustration out.
Okay.
So I would have gone out with the mistress personally.
For sure.
I said to him, why don't you buy some flowers and a nice perfume and a love hotel, all for $100?
There you go.
Don't you agree, Wizard, or not?
110%.
But he kind of said to me, his marriage obviously isn't that great. Do you think if you have a mistress, it means your marriage isn't great, Wizard? Or
It all depends on the individual, I guess.
good point. Malik Diamond, we got a legend for today. Malik Diamond, life is hard. Archie, cigar for birthday. Do not forget. What a beautiful man. I'm going to get a cigar. Beautiful
Malik's
cigar
cool.
for my
Malik's a
birthday.
cool guy.
Sorry?
Malik's a cool guy.
He's very cool. I'm going to write that down so I don't
Guys,
forget.
don't forget to upvote. Upvote.
So I got to tell you, life isn't always easy. It's not always what you think. Marcel let it slip that his business is shit, right? Because of COVID. They're closed for COVID. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he said that he had a massive fight with the wife. She's not happy with the direction they're taking. Obviously, they're not having intimacy. And he said that he's the mistress. I mean, would that be a fun life in Japan? What do you think?
Depends how fun the mistress is.
Mr. GMT Super Chat.
Mr. GMT Super Chat, $5. Thanks for the kind words yesterday, Arch and Bear. Yeah.
Actually, I've got to say, Mr. GMT is one guy who managed to actually tame Tim. Not tame him, but actually say it like it is. And he's not sort of answering back, changing the subject, turning it round or anything like that. That's one thing I've got to say.
Yeah, I love Mr. GMT. And I got to say, Malik Diamond, thank you so much for that generous contribution. And also, I want to say thank you to CB. He's actually a good friend of mine. CB is a good friend of mine. I like to chat to him. He's a very successful, in my opinion, very successful guy. They've got a different way of hand. See, to me, Wizard, I got to be honest with you. When you say what's a rich person, I would say 5 million is rich. Canadian, 5 Canadian is very rich, I would say.
Not very rich, but rich.
It's rich. It's richer than me.
Yeah.
And I would even say 2 million. 2 million Canadian, I think, is rich.
Well, and like you say, it's all a matter of perspective.
Yeah. Cookie Monster, Bear will clean Clyde's and his mother's clock. There we go. $2. I'll get him on the show. I'll see what I can do. Wizard, was there anything you were shocked about in yesterday's stream? Was anything that you just couldn't believe that was said?
No, not really. You asked certain questions. You got some answers. Others chose not to answer you.
Do you think I was a bit soft?
Oh, no, you were hard. Soft, not at all. I mean,
People were saying to me, I hope you're not going to do a Paul Thorpe interview.
well, you didn't.
Pound the drums, $5. If Marco kicked down to the Don Pontiff, all would be forgiven. If yes, how much dollars would you take? 10% would be good. Pound the drums, 10%. What do you think, Wizard? Give me a figure.
Well, 10% is a commission to any agent would charge 10%. So Why not
Yeah,
you?
I don't think that's ridiculous.
Not at all.
But, I don't think that's going to happen. So, I just leave it as what it is there. Weezard, let me say this to you. I felt let down. You know, the saddest thing about that interview was?
What?
When JJ said to me, he starts talking about, what do you think? They're going to work for free? I thought they were my friends, Wizard. I thought it was the community. They were friends. They were helping enthusiasts learn about horology and not make mistakes. It's all about the money.
Some people are driven by that.
That
I think it's when
shocked me.
It's when they get a glimpse of what they can get. I think that's what changed things. Do you know what I mean?
I
They caught a
don't know.
glimpse of, I can make, however many $100 per night getting super chats. But not that I think that's sustainable, to be frank. But
No,
I think
of course not.
when they got a glimpse of what they could get, that changed things. But I mean, Tim, from day one, made no secret of how he wanted to monetize his channel and promote it and make a living from YouTube.
Yeah, but it was supposed
Well,
to be
especially
a
once his
writing
parents
channel.
fired him.
I don't think they fired him, Wizard.
They did.
You reckon they did?
They fired him and supposedly they raised his rent. And they told him it's to teach you a lesson. I don't know if it's true, but... Hey, you know what they say? Money is the root of all evil, so...
You know what, Wizard? You can't always live and work with your parents forever.
No,
I
for
said to
sure.
My father was in practice. He had his own business. He said, Paul, you would have done so well working for me. I said, Dad, I'd rather sell dog shit in an ice cream cone than work for you.
Oh, wow.
I said, no offense. I said, you're a great guy, but you got to make it on your own. You can't just...
True.
I
Gotta
mean,
find your own way.
look, I don't mean it in a bad way, but it's very hard. Working with family is incredibly difficult.
Oh, it's the worst.
I don't need that hassle in my life.
I don't blame you. That's
But,
why they say you can pick your friends, but not your relatives.
Yeah. I got to tell you, Wizard, it's I was just shocked to learn it's so much about the money. Money is so important to these boys.
Well,
And
they're young.
they're
They've
young
never
and full
seen
of cum.
money
Listen to what
so
you say. They're
easily
young,
come.
They're young and full of cum.
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
Wizard, I mean, I can tell you one person who doesn't come on my show for money. It's you.
Well,
What the fuck do you care?
I don't care.
You're a
If anything, I
successful-
care to be here and enjoy your company and try
You're
to help
a
you.
successful, rich guy. Don't you reckon it's fucking amazing with Marcelo playing tennis in the corner? You're in the
Yeah.
top. We've got ABC in the fucking hell, man. This is actually pretty. I couldn't believe I could turn Marcel into a saleable commodity.
There you go.
And I'm milking him for telling him about his life. I want to know more about the mistress. We might even get her on fucking camera one day.
That's why you're the OG.
I mean, you got to find the person, get what is interesting. Because a lot of shit he says is just boring. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody can understand that accent. But when you really get deep there, he shared a very personal part. His business is crap. His wife is a pain in the fucking ass. And, he had it's a very personal thing. I find it myself. I suffered from career depression syndrome. Have you ever heard of that, Wizard?
Yes.
Someone like yourself would never have experienced that. But
not yet, at least.
in my case, see, I had my own business into my late 20s. I was in the computer business, Wizard. And the whole market changed. It was no longer the margins were single digit, and it just shit. It went so I got a job, and for somebody who worked for themselves, I worked for myself since I was 15. I was just freaky.
Wow.
And not that, I mean, look, in some ways there, it was very good, but I found it very hard because I'd worked for myself since I was 15. It's very hard to then get a job.
Huh. Yeah, it is.
Because people say if you're so successful in your business, why don't you just go back to working for yourself? That's what they threw that line to me. And I understand it. It is a fair point. But I had a family. I had bills to pay. I had commitments,
Of
responsibilities.
course.
And I got to be honest with you, Wizard. I went through some really bad depression in my late 20s. Like really, really, like I'll be honest with you. I should have seen a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but I didn't have the money to do that. I was worried if I went to see a psychiatrist, they just put me on pills. And if I saw a psychologist, they might actually realize how fucked I am. So I thought I'll just live in ignorance. You know what I mean?
Well, they say ignorance is bliss.
Cookie Monster, Seiko Cookie Monster, $2. AC3, know any Grand Seiko ADs that lost their license? I had a friend who had an agency for them, and they just pulled the license, started a boutique, and told him by email. That's how Sydney Grand Seiko, that's what they did. Really nasty, in my opinion. They say the customers are assholes. I tell you what, some of these dealers, the big parent companies, they're ruthless.
Yeah.
Absolutely ruthless.
No love-lost relationship.
But I got to tell you, Wizard, the thing is this. I've got to tell you, in all honesty, I think what happens to a lot of us, our identity as a man, a woman, her identity is based on her beauty.
Yes.
Her value is how beautiful her tits look, how she walks, her ass, her legs. As men,
It's our success.
It's based on the job. You meet someone at a barbecue. Oh, what do you do? What do you do, by the way? I'm Paul. I'm an accountant. Or I'm Paul. I'm in real estate. They're not being friendly. They're trying to gauge how much money you've got.
They're trying to see if they're better than you.
Like in Sydney, what they say is, I'm John. I'm from such and such a suburb. They're trying to work out how much you're worth.
Oh, because of demographics of where your house
They
is.
know if you live in certain suburb, you'd have to earn this, you'd have to do this,
Right.
you'd be this level. They know exactly the pecking order. Do you understand? Like if you live in North Shore means you'd have a $3 million house minimum. Okay? So, because if you got a family, you can't be in an apartment, could you?
No, for sure.
It'd have to be a luxury apartment, so it'd
Yeah,
still
big
be expensive.
penthouse.
You know what I'm saying? So they can work out the pecking order where you fit in.
What
You
about
know?
Yabby Creek, Arch? Is there such a place called Yabby Creek?
No, what it is, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Yabby Creek, that is Sydney. Do you understand? Yabby Creek. It's because remember, Yabby Creek was the big city. That was Sydney because it had the Opera House. Remember, Yabby Creek also had an. That's because it's Sydney. That's what Yabby Creek was. Whereas Summer Bay was kind of a coastal town. That's what it is. I'm sorry, you wouldn't understand this, Wizard, because this is a TV show only the Brits liked. The Americans and the Canadians even aren't this silly to watch this sort of soap opera drama, because that's what it was. Okay, soap opera drama. It's like Days of Our Lives, except worse.
Oh, yeah,
okay?
I don't watch that
I'm
stuff.
sorry. So Yabby Creek is actually Sydney.
Yabby's a type of shellfish, right?
No, it's like a
Fresh
prawn.
shellfish.
It's like a prawn. It's a bush prawn.
Yeah.
So it's a crustacean, okay? So, yeah, that's what it was there. Let me say this to you, Wizard. Career depression syndrome. I went through the worst of it. Like I went and got a job. I hated it. I was on help desk. Fuck, the product was shit. It was a software program for grocery stores. And the product was fucking garbage. It never kept balance. It was shit. The product was shit, okay? And it was all fucked. I hated my job. I used to go home from work. I'd have dinner, fall asleep. I just wanted to sleep. I was so depressed.
That's depression.
I woke up in the morning. I'd go to work. When I woke up in the morning, I couldn't wait to go to work. As soon as I work, I hated it again. It was, I hated the weekends as well. I hated the weekends. And the worst thing is, I remember on a Friday, I used to finish work. And please, I would finish the work, and I would then go to Little Athletics with the kids. And I hated it because I just wanted to go home and sleep. I had dinner. and I'd sleep until about 11 on the Saturday morning. I'd sleep in because I don't know. I'm just so depressed.
Depression.
And the worst thing I hated was waking up on a Saturday morning and the sun was beautiful. I wanted it to be raining and dark.
Yeah, because you felt dark inside.
And I got to tell you, my whole self-esteem. So you got to realize I was a fragile. Look, I'll be honest with you, Wizard. I'm not always nice. I was a bit egotistical. I was up myself, okay?
Yeah, but you were your own businessman for years, so that.
Yeah, but then it failed. You know what?
Yeah,
the worst thing
you
is,
took that bad hit.
I remember my brother. I made over 100,000 one year. This was in the 90s when that was a lot of money. My brother, my dad, they all asked me for advice. Then a year or two later, when I was making fuck all, they wouldn't even consult me, or I was no longer.
Of course not.
But I was the same person. I was probably smarter, having gone through the good and the bad. Then
Probably. But people associate intelligence with success.
Fair point. Fair. Hello, Doc. How are you?
Good, gentlemen, how are you? How's it going, ABC?
ER is in the crowd. ER. I also gave that kid the benefit of the doubt. I am disappointed. Bear spoke some truths yesterday. He came out swinging, but with a lot of it, he spoke from his heart and what was really going on behind the scenes. Ooh. ER, we always love you. We always love you. ER, I got to tell you, it's
good to see ER back. It's good to see ER back.
No, she's an amazing. Let me just also, I want to say a very, very special thank you to the Timepiece Fund. He's the Gurkha. He's the Gurkha who got drunk. Remember the Gurkha? And he actually sent 500 US, not Aussies, not Canadian, Aussies for the Camry Fund. And I got to tell you, I actually want to do some interviews with him. He's a
good guy, isn't he?
But you know what, Wizard? The saddest thing is, right? I think he's worth 5 to 10. Okay, Wizard.
God bless.
No, but he's angry because he's not worth 100 to a bill.
Really?
Yes, he is, because his wife comes from a family with servants and that. So I said, man, that's a tough gig you've got there.
I didn't think he was angry as much as he was frustrated.
Yeah, but why would you be frustrated when you're worth 5 mil?
He's frustrated that his wife expects more of him. That's how I picked it up.
You know what she needs to do, Wizard? She needs to get a manual cleaning job. That's what she needs to do and see what it's really like in this world.
Yeah, but people with...
You know what, Wizard? I used to think my shit didn't stink. You know the best thing I ever did was, Wizard? I drove taxi cabs. That
grounded you.
If ever you want to see human cockroaches, you drive a cab because people are rude to you. They're abusive. They share intimate secrets. You learn so much stuff being a taxi driver. And it's probably been the biggest help in my YouTube career because I learned so many stories and how to tell a story quickly and at a lower level. So
it grounded you.
It was, I got to tell you, it was very, very soul destroying because I was a very proud person. You got to remember that, okay? You know, what's one of the deadly sins is pride.
Vanity.
You know, to lose your position.
Gluttony.
Oh my God, you know.
Yeah,
CB,
that's why they say
$20,
sometimes
$10. Archie, maybe you need to give Timepiece Fund a wrench. I totally agree. Actually, speaking of which, you know what? I reckon, just hang on there. Just bear with me for a minute there. I just want to say, hey, Doc, how are you, man?
I'm good. I wanted to come on to say a couple of things. I wanted to, first of all, point out that ABC also, you know, he goes quite a bit out of his way, and it doesn't seem like it, but, you know, where he's at, it's after midnight.
I was just going to say I'm going to crash now.
Oh, I was going to give CB a wrench. He's already got a wrench. CB's already got a wrench. And Timepiece Fund, just put a comment there. I'll give you a... Oh, here we go. Found him. Found him. It's okay. We'll give Timepiece Fund a wrench as well. There you go. He now has a wrench. Phew, I got to tell you guys, seriously, you don't, in life, you can't always have successes, Wizard. You've got to have some failures to realize how good the successes are.
Exactly.
If you only experience success, you just become
Bored.
bored,
Well,
Bored, complacent.
entitled.
Yes, life lacks meaning if you don't have challenges.
this is true.
Right, guys. Good night. Thanks.
Hey,
for
ABC,
having me.
have a very
I love
good night,
you,
man.
ABC, we love you, okay? And thank you for your input on the show. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to tell anyone what you said here. It's strictly confidential between me and you. Nobody was watching anyhow, okay?
Again. Right. Cheers. Good night, guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Have a good night, ABC. Take care of yourself.
Come on, guys, upvote. We need 20 more upvotes.
I got to tell you, I can't believe I've got Marcel on here, and this is actually pretty cool to see him play tennis.
You know,
This is
it's not
pretty
bad
cool.
having him playing tennis in the background. It adds some movement to the show.
Did you realize he's actually got an interesting side story? He's a frustrated middle-aged guy. His business isn't doing well.
I caught some of that as I was getting off work.
It's not doing terrible, but it's just, COVID and the economy's a bit depressed.
Well, I tell you what, in my assessment, and this is just, I'm not a psychiatrist, get Ron the Shrink on, but, from my chiropractic opinion, a lot of the difficulty understanding what he's saying has to do with his nervous laugh. I think his nervous laugh is from a lot of the frustrations in his life. And it all makes sense now to me. He seems to be a nice guy.
He is a nice guy.
And he has a nervous laugh. And he probably grinds his teeth, I bet. He's like that kind of thing going on.
Wow, that's very, very deep there, Doc. Tim and Marco are dead to the community, $5. What's the over-under? Tim starts a job with Uber. He's wealthy. Tim is a millionaire. He doesn't need to do that.
He doesn't drive.
He doesn't drive. There you go. And Andrew, £2. Shout out for Mike the Snake. I want to get Mike the Snake on to talk cars because he was an ex-racing car driver. He used to have he had a Pantera de Tomaso.
I've got to say that I don't think that Tim is all that bad. I mean, he's not all bad.
Let me just ask you this, Doc. Did you see the interview yesterday?
I was working with a patient, and I was when the patient was talking about things that weren't relevant, I was sneaking in and listening to bits and pieces of the show.
What did you think? Were you shocked?
I was disappointed, not shocked.
Can you believe that they were only interested in money?
Well, see, that's the thing. Tim was always honest about his intentions from the very beginning when he first brought him on, and you said, "Why are you here?" He's like, I've got a website I'm promoting.
Yes.
I don't know if he had a channel, but I remember him saying he had a website.
Yeah, it was supposed to be for riders, but anyhow, it went into wristwatches. Or I suppose you have a bit of crossover. Racing R, $5. Archie, describe Rolex with one word, unobtainable, wanted. I think Rolex, very powerful. I think
that's a good word, powerful.
To be completely honest with you, I think a Rolex itself is every man should really have one. Wizard, tell me this, Wizard. Now that you've seen the interview, has it changed your opinion of certain people?
I always take everything with a grain of salt. So,
Wizard, career depression syndrome. I was very depressed, and I've got to be totally honest with you. My favorite age was in the 40s. I liked my 40s. I think your 50s, you come into your 50s. You've obviously had much success. Doc, how about
I've
you?
been
Sorry.
blessed and honored.
Tell me this, Wizard. Do you really, like, you're an architect. Do you prefer selling watches to doing architecture or projects, or they both got the pros and cons?
They both have their pros and cons.
What's the best thing about watches as a business? What's the, like, comparing that business to the architecture business?
What's the best part of that?
I suppose you don't have to fucking sign off on the structural integrity of something.
That's for sure.
Yes.
But you know, if you want to be a respectable dealer, you have to make sure that what you give is warranted. You know, there's some kind of warranty with it. I think the best part is getting to know, see, handle, try on different types of timepieces.
Tell me this. Do you have certain customers you just won't sell to? You say, look, I don't want to be rude. I just don't think this is...
Yeah, Buff Boy. He's a reneger. I'll never sell him. If he offered to pay 30% more than what I ask and send the money, I won't sell him any, ever.
No, Marcel doesn't have kids, I don't believe.
No, he does not.
Do you have some customers who...
He has a parrot.
Yeah. Yeah. He's... Tell me this. Do you have customers you just know they're the wrong type? Like you just see them haggling and arguing. You say, look, it's not like this. Yeah.
I know that I offer the best. I'd say 99.99% of the time the best. If somebody's beating me on the price, there's something wrong. Something's not there. I always tell them cheap is not good and good is not cheap. This is the price. Everybody else sells it, let's say, for $18,000. I'm giving it to you for $17,300. Can you do better? I guess it's not for you. For you to ask better on something that's blowing almost $1,000 more somewhere else, you can't afford it. Thank you. Find it somewhere else. That's
just
it.
Out of interest there, Tim's wife is from South Korea. It's not exactly a third world, non-English.
Oh, no, definitely not.
South Korea is a very advanced country. Yeah. South Korea does have problems. I will say that. They do have their own social problems.
Every country has problems.
I think probably the most beautiful women in the world, South Korea or Japan.
Yeah.
So I just had to fix that comment up because I got to be honest with you, Tim's wife, whether you like Tim or not, she's actually a very lovely lady. And that's the same for TGV. I've always said this. TGV's wife is absolutely a lovely lady, and it's not our job to pick at just because Tim chooses to go into the stupid thing of fame doesn't mean his wife chooses that life.
Well, it's interesting that you say that because my suspicion is that his family would like him to pursue a more traditional path, and he wants to do YouTube, and there could be some friction there, let's say, between he and his family.
Well, his wife told him, go talk to your parents, get your job back. I remember that when he first got let go.
Yeah.
I just, in many ways, I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah. See, the problem is I feel bad for them. I help them and I get used. That's my problem. I think I might just stay away. Does that make sense?
I'm not, I'm in a position where I can feel bad for him, but not have the negative side that you're describing, what happened.
Because, then they start to duplicate everything I do, and I'm thinking, hey, hang on a minute. I felt sorry for you.
But all I'm saying is that Tim was out front with what his intention was, and his intention was always to piggyback on your success, try to bring success for himself. He was never hiding that at all. That was from square one. We didn't even know who he was.
Fair point. Wizard, I wanted to ask you there, can you tell a Patek person, a Rolex person, a Vacheron person, do they have different characteristics or they're all the same?
Most definite.
What do you think the most obvious traits are?
Conservative,
Conservative.
financially well off,
Yes,
intelligent, education.
I see. Do you think Rolex is a Rolex for intelligent people, or it's more mass market?
Mass market.
Mass market.
Well, look at all these, what do you call them, punters and stuff, and rappers that buy it, and they buy a watch, they buy a 5711, they buzz it out, and it's worth 1/10 of what it was before they touched it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something biased, but the vintage Rolex collector is more the intellectual.
That's true too. Definitely true.
What customer can you not stand? What sort of watch would they have that you think these people are always trouble?
Well,
Five
these,
Batmans at the same time.
yeah, there you go.
Sorry, what's that?
I said, you know, somebody who walks in with five Batmans they own five Batmans at the same time.
Why would you have 5 Batmans?
That's the point. What the hell do you need that for?
Wizard, tell me this. How did you go? Oh, you haven't heard anything on the World Time yet, have you?
No.
That's okay.
Are you wearing your root beer? That's the most important question.
I just took it off my hand, actually.
Oh, look at that. Do you love it?
Yeah, I love it. I truly love it. It's my favorite GMT.
That's what a beauty is when you love it, you just think this is amazing. It gives you more power. Are you glad you chose the root beer over, say, a Pepsi or a
100%.
100%?
110%. I
Would you
had
prefer it
2 Pepsis last year. I
Would you
had 4 Hulks and 1 Hulk this year.
Would
No.
you prefer it in solid gold to the two-tone?
No.
You know, the funny thing is, Wizard, this was a long time ago when I had a mistress, which I don't now. I'm a one dog, one bone man now. But I had a gold sub, and I also had a two-tone sub because I was taking it to get some work done on it. Just hang on. Thank you. How are you going? Thank you. Just had a delivery there.
They love you.
And you know which one she preferred?
They love you, man.
They're very good to me. She preferred the two-tone.
Well, yeah, it's not as ostentatious or
Even
flashy.
though the yellow one is, I got to tell you, I'm not just saying this because it's cheaper and I'm trying to justify the cheaper choice. When I had the Submariner, I loved my gold sub, but I never really felt comfortable where I was worried about stretch and scratching it. With the two-tone, you've got the strength of steel with a little bit of gold finish.
That's right.
And that's an important thing.
It is.
I know it's not the intention of the channel, but have you noticed Marcelo playing tennis? He's actually pretty good. Seems like.
He's very good.
Yeah.
I think he's a bit of a frustrated man. Business isn't doing that great. His marriage, I don't think it's that great. And
like I said, I feel bad for the guy.
It could be worse. Look at fucking Dis's life. Fuck me dead.
Well, because you didn't add in the factor that he's away from his friends. He's in a foreign land away from his friends.
Dis doesn't have any fucking friends.
Well, I think Dis has some other things going on. I'm not sure I
there's
should
other
say on the
issues.
air, but yes, as the mighty wizard has said, he's got
CB, $20 Wizard. How would you classify a person that has a Patek, AP, Rolex, Omega, Panerai, a multiple personality disorder? Good.
Not at all. A man with taste.
And variety is the spice of life.
That's right. And I have all of the ones you mentioned as well. I love it. It's what Doc said. Variety is the spice of life.
Were you a David Bowie fan, Wizard?
Yes. They just sold his apartment in Manhattan.
16.5 million.
Yep.
I was
That
so
was-
depressed when he died.
Oh
I was
yeah.
shocked. I was shocked
Oh,
also.
you're joking.
So
You were
was
David
I.
Bowie's. I love one of my favorite songs is Heroes.
Oh yeah. I mean,
China
all of-
Girl.
oh yeah.
You should go back and watch Saturday Night Live. It's still on YouTube. There's a Saturday Night Live episode where he does a few songs live. It's a performance.
Apparently, you know that China Girl, he actually had a relationship with her, and she speaks very highly of him to this day. That's a true gentleman.
Well, everybody loved David Bowie.
And did you
David
remember the
Oh
last
yeah.
the
David
wife
Bowie.
he had? She was stunning. You know, she's 65.
Oh, Iman?
And she's Iman.
Iman, yeah, his wife.
Yeah, she's a supermodel who never lost her looks. She reminds me of Barbara Bach, who's married to Ringo Starr. She's one of those supermodels that never lost her looks. Like Barbara Bach has never lost her looks, you know?
No.
Now, that apartment, by the way, you use meters or feet in Canada?
We use both here, but in the States we use the standard feet.
Okay, so it's about 580 square meters.
Yeah, which is about 5,800,
fucking-
6,000 square feet.
5,800. Yeah, you hit it
Yeah.
on there. That's a fucking huge apartment.
Oh, that's like a penthouse size.
Like I mean, to put it in perspective, everyone mentions my investment unit is 127 square meters with the car parking, the actual lock-up
Right.
garage. Okay? So a 2-bed, reasonably good apartment is 100 square meters. To have a 500 square meter apartment is 200 square meter apartment is amazing. Would you agree with that, Wizard?
Yeah, my I have an
New York?
entire floor in Greece on my vacation home. It's 328 square meter, wall to all surrounding balconies.
Omar, $5. Wizard, do you have any knowledge on vintage watches? I want a vintage date just around 5K, but I'm scared of getting a Franken watch. Any advice?
I know a little bit about date justs from the 80s.
I got to say one thing. You find there's less chance of getting a Franken date just than a Franken Daytona or a Franken Sub.
Definitely, or
Because
GNT.
they're not going to fake or they're less likely. Let me say this. They're less likely to fabric. It's like buying a Patek. There's more chance they would get a fake 5711 because the money is so high.
That's right.
When you say Franken, you're mixing real parts with aftermarket parts, okay? It's a mix match. You're less likely to do that on, say, at My World Time because it's a 53rd. Why would you be bothered? It's like when you make a Ferrari, you don't make a fake 2+2. You make the Lasso, a fake Lasso. There's certain models.
With
I
date
think
just,
it's
it's a lot easier and you won't get hammered too much. I mean,
the big thing is with the date just, you want unpolished. You don't want it over polished. A lot of them.
yeah,
are
and
very
you don't want the
rounded.
rainbow. You don't want that rainbow effect on the band that goes like this. You want a nice straight band,
Well,
which
the
when they
bands are very
refinish, you can repin it.
The fans are very difficult because they weren't the best in the 60s
That's true.
and 70s.
That's true.
David Bowie, I was actually pretty shocked.
You ever see the movie Cat People with Natasha Kinski?
I liked him in Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence.
Yeah.
He
Well,
was-
he had the lead song, Putting Out the Fire with Gasoline, in Cat People. It's an amazing movie.
I can't remember it that well, Wizard.
They were people that came from a specific tribe that turned into Black Panthers. It was a great movie. I mean, what year was it? Must have been early 80s.
I don't think that's the one he was in. That's the one he did the music score for.
Yeah,
or
he did
something,
the
right?
score for it.
The one he was in,
1982.
I think, was like Dune or something like that, and it was kind of a
Well,
wild.
he was also in Labyrinth.
I'll just be 1 minute. I'm just going to take a quick toilet break. I'll be taking.
Wild card time.
Wild
Wizard
card.
and BBW get to talk whatever they want.
There you go. Yeah, but that was a great movie, man.
Well, I think you
It
know
was
what.
dark.
I kind of remember that. I think I was more watching it for Wasn't it a little on the sexy side at times?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think I was watching it for that. I don't even remember what it was about so much. I remember just watching because Kinski was sort of like a big
She
deal
was.
for a while
Yeah, she was.
because she was in Playboy and she was on some of these different shows, and she was a big
Oh
deal for a
yeah.
little bit there. But you made me go watch some Clint Eastwood movies, man.
Huh. Malcolm
I'm a big
McDowell was on it too. He was the brother that wanted to hump his sister.
in that movie.
Yeah,
I don't remember that part at all.
for the lineage, because the cat people, the Panthers, had to keep it within the family. So Malcolm McDowell was her brother, who also was turning, and he got jealous because she wanted a regular relationship with a regular guy, and he wanted to hump her so they can have another panther, a baby panther. Like, it was a very dark and twisted movie. 1982. I have it on DVD actually.
Yeah,
Paul Schrader was the director.
I think I was just a kid. I wasn't paying close attention other than the good sexy scenes with her in there.
Yeah, well,
That's all
yeah,
I
they
remember.
had. There was a few of them. You know, it's a great movie to watch if you want to see sexiness. Jade, with Linda Fiorentino, Chaz Palminteri. There's some sexy. That's really deviant sexual behavior in that movie.
What year is that from? I don't even remember it.
Let's see.
Sometimes you get to working so hard that you I just recently saw The Matrix. I'm not talking about any of the.
You're not talking, yeah, and the new
I'm
one's
talking
coming
the
out.
original Matrix I just watched not long ago.
1995.
Yeah.
David Caruso, Linda Fiorentino, Chaz Palminteri. That's when David Caruso left NYPD Blue or whatever to pursue a movie career.
Movies.
But he flopped out. This was a great movie, but other than this, Jade, some fantasies go too far. And the famous dark, twisted, and sexy song on that one was Mystic's Dream by Lorena McKennitt. That has a very Marrakesh Arabesk.
Oh, is she the Celtic one?
Yeah.
Which I
actually saw her pre-COVID. So I guess 3 years ago, I saw her live at the National Arts Center in Ottawa. She puts on a great show.
I think I remember her album, something like Dreams or something.
Yeah. But Mystic's Dream, wow. What a song that just, it had that, I don't know how it just had that back sexual innuendo type of very, I don't know, it's hard to describe it, but it's perfect song to match the damn movie.
I had the CD somewhere, and if it's the same album, it had
Hunter,
several.
You have to see that movie Jade, man.
Yeah, I'm a bit scared about that. Omar, $5. Wiz, do you have any? Okay, we did that one there.
Omar, just send me an Instagram and I'll find you the best one for the price.
Yeah, there you go. Omar. Well,
I'll make sure it has papers too.
Actually, his email address, it's on my fridge, but I've got this other fridge in the way here. So
it's okay.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree. Most date justs are pretty safe to get. They're not going to be all.
But what you want to do is you want a nice sharp example. You want a nice sharp example. Yeah. It doesn't matter if the bracelet is a newer bracelet to the watch. That's not really terminal in date just. In fact, it can be a big plus.
Yeah.
But the hardest date just to get would be the steel and rose gold, because that was quite rare in the 70s. Yeah. But for I would probably go for a steel. I reckon that's going to be better.
Steel.
Steel would be the better one.
And it depends on what year of date just you're getting. You know, if
exactly.
Speaking of Franken date just, remember?
No, but I mean, if you're if you're getting a vintage one from the 60s, it's okay to have some rounded corners on it. It's fine. That's just part of the charm.
It depends. Yeah. The thing is, I remember I bought one, and because the date just were 4 digits in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what happened is another watch dealer told me that was my watch, and I converted it into a two-tone. It was a steel converted. Hated that. I hated that. As soon as I found out about it, I had to get rid of it. It just pissed me off.
It makes you feel molested somehow.
Yeah.
But I actually
You're violated.
I sold
Violated.
the head,
That's the word I wanted.
I sold the head separate to the bracelet because I didn't want to sell it as a I thought, that's just a bit off. I didn't mind selling the head with a gold bezel, yellow gold bezel and crown. It's not that butchered, but I didn't want to present it on the. I broke it up. Just, I lost a lot of money on that one. By the way, guys, I lost a fortune.
I've got a Thunderbird from 1966 that's basically a date chest, right?
Yep.
And it's slightly rounded corners on it. It's not sharp because it's 1966.
Look,
but it's beautiful watch.
Yeah.
They get a charm. This is the whole thing. People worry. It's like these chocolate dials. I remember when people hated chocolate dials, they wanted it to be like new. But then all of a sudden, the chocolate dials are worth the money because it's got the age on it.
You know
You know
why?
what I mean?
You know why? The intellectuals took over.
It's
The
a bit like cars.
rappers left and the intellectuals took over.
Originally when people did up a vintage car, they did it better than new. Right? When you restored a car, you restored it better than new.
And now they're restored with patina.
Then they wanted it untouched, original. That was the premium in the classic car market is the original.
Yeah, original, never restored,
never driven, original, perfect. That would be that's the unicorn. The unicorn in this thing here.
Well, Jay Leno, of course, he has a big car collection. He's got several. He's got several that are original, unrestored.
We love you, ER. She's always lovely girl there. But I got to say this in all honesty to you. I think the most beautiful car, if one could ever have just one car, it'd have to be the 300 SL, not the Gullwing, but the Roadster. I think the Roadster would be. It's a slightly. They kind of tweaked it a bit. It had some of the. It was not as valuable. They're worth a fortune now. They are worth.
Well, that's going for the convertible instead of the Gullwing is like going for a 63 Corvette convertible instead of the split window.
Split window.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Here we go. Marcelo's back.
Archie, I'm your age. I hope I didn't disappoint the audience.
No, we're very, very happy with how you did there.
You have a pretty good. You have a pretty good swing and stroke there.
You know what, Marcel? Maybe after this tennis match, why don't you go and get some beautiful flowers? Go and give the wife the flowers and say, "Let's go and have afternoon fun together, afternoon delight."
He's wearing Lacoste.
Afternoon delight.
Because the same price of
that was the John Denver song. Remember that John Denver song, Afternoon Delight? Yeah.
Sky rockets in flight.
No.
Afternoon
delight.
Yeah, I remember there being a woman involved in that song.
Yeah? Here.
Probably.
Archie, say hello to a Japanese lady.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Konnichiwa. Konbawa.
How are you?
He's talking
Very
from
beautiful lady. Very lovely lady.
Yeah.
Very lovely.
I've been to Australia.
She been to Australia. Sydney.
Wow. Sydney's beautiful.
And Blue Mountain. Okay, you can talk.
The Blue Mountains. Wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah, talk in the meantime that I get
I saw some white kangaroos.
Wow.
I didn't know they existed.
The albino. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was special.
Very beautiful.
So you play tennis too?
A little bit, yes. A little bit of tennis.
You sound like an American.
I'm I'm American.
Wow.
But I've lived here. Yeah, I've lived here a long time.
It's fantastic.
What are the odds?
Why are you watching him play?
He's a good player. It was a bit of background we had on our stream.
No, he's my friend. They're my friends. That's why.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were talking
Marcel's our
about
friend.
it.
What? How did
He
play?
spent $100 on lessons. We want to see whether it's worth it or not. That guy's expensive. That French guy's not cheap, you know. $100 an hour.
And the French guy wears Lecoq
How much is
Sportif
it
while
in
the other guy wears
Australia?
Lacoste.
How much is it in Australia, Archie?
It's probably $60 an hour.
Wow.
Definitely,
lessons.
yeah.
That's much better.
Yeah. But
Well,
it's,
I thought his was 100 for the whole thing.
Sounds perfect.
1 hour. Yeah.
Oh, 1 hour was 100.
Are you a tennis
Oh.
coach as well?
6,000 yen per hour in Australia.
How much?
6,000 yen
6,000 Australians.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a lesson.
yeah.
Yeah,
We're going
it's
to go
cheaper.
to Australia just to play 1 hour. Next time.
And yes, well, there we go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much there. Wow. What a great snippet.
Well, he's got a few Lacoste.
Ah,
Hey, you know what,
From the old
Marcel.
days when he was doing well.
Marcel?
Oh.
Why don't you
Exactly.
go
Oh,
back
thank
home to
you.
the wife and have some fun with the wife?
this is already 6 years old.
Wow. Marcel, you did well. We were really, really proud of how you played the game there.
Yeah.
Very quickly, Tim S., $5. Panel, what's that? $5. Would you trade all but one of your watches for Marcel level fitness and health? Ooh.
Wow.
Health is the most important thing.
Luckily,
Definitely,
I don't
but
have to answer that one because I already have the same amount of health as him.
unfortunately, it's one of these things you can't buy.
That's right.
You know, it's like buying time. You can't buy time. You've got to spend it wisely.
I'd sell all but two.
Mm.
Oh, boy.
I'd sell all
See-
but two.
You couldn't do that in Australia. Just talk to a nice girl there and say, "Hey, how you going?" They just wouldn't do that, you know.
I think he could tell that because I could tell she sounded American.
She did.
Oh, yeah.
So he probably knew she was okay.
No, Japanese girl will talk to you guys. Maybe next time I put you a live stream in a club, if it's
Sure.
possible.
Yeah, we see what we can do, man.
You know what
actually-
though? I went to Japan a few years ago, and we went to a club, myself and a cousin, and everybody was friendly. I swear to God. The gals.
What time you
guys-
open the restaurant? What time
problem.
do you open the restaurant?
This is what I wanted to say. Sometimes Perd do the stream, right?
Yes.
The time that he's doing the stream, maybe around this time, maybe 1 hour later, 1 hour before, if you can make one more stream that time, I open the restaurant in the evening. I might have some people. Maybe we can make a kind of community live stream
there.
in the
Yeah,
shop.
we could do that. Yeah. I got your phone number. I'll chat to you on WhatsApp.
Okay, sounds
So
great.
that sounds amazing, Marcel.
Yeah,
It
this is
sounds-
something that I wanted to do. I wanted to combine that. I have a lot of friends, a lot of girls and a lot of also guys, Japanese.
Yeah,
they want to chat. They want to talk English. They want to see people from overseas. How are you? Where you living? What you doing? They like to talk a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of
By
them
the
like
way,
to
this might-
practice English too.
Hey, this might be a good gig to maybe to increase the people to the shop. I don't know.
Hey, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Anything. Got to try anything. So you going to the shop now? What are you going to do now? Tell me what it's. So it's 10 o'clock in Japan.
Now it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I think I'm going to go home. The truth is, yesterday I didn't post no video. Today I also know. I'm actually.
Can you give the wife a kiss? Can you give the wife a kiss?
Of course. I'm a little bit frustrated. I'm already with 86 subscribers like the whole fucking week. I mean, nothing increased in my videos. I'm getting pissed. That's why I don't put no videos already 2 days. Maybe I would do a video. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest.
How about just
no
have a
idea.
bit of a cuddle with the wife? You know, why don't you do that?
I can. No, the truth is, if I come home, I need to talk about restaurant strategy.
But is she angry at you? Is she just say to her, "Don't worry about strategy. Let's just go and have a cuddle." Can you say that?
She's angry. She's angry in a way that she say, "Well, I think you don't have passion to work in the restaurant no more." I think you're more passionate to this YouTube thing, and it seems you don't put effort to create something new. And the truth is, I don't want to create something new. I already worked my ass off in that shop for 10 years, creating the menu that I have, having the customers that I have. And yes,
Look,
it was a drop
I think, to be
down.
honest with you, it's already working. You can't factor in COVID. You just got to wait for COVID to get better. This is a disaster. It affects the whole world.
This is a once in a lifetime.
You can't take it personally.
This is a once in a lifetime
but
reaction to a virus. They've never done this before.
But actually, probably know from Japanese wife, she already say, but it was already shit in 2019. It was already shit in 2018. Fuck, 2019. I was one of the sous chefs working in the Rugby World Cup here in Tokyo. They invite me as one of the sous chefs to go there. So I'm a piece of shit of a chef. I was invited now to the NBC, working as a sous chef in the NBC Olympics. Check my Instagram. You're going to see all the NBC. So I'm a piece of shit.
Marcel,
I'm piece of this,
Marcel, you're not a piece of shit. We love you, okay?
I would suggest trying this. When she wants to talk about the restaurant and all the other stuff, you say, I need to lay down while we talk about it.
I don't think their relationship's like that anymore. I think
the relationship is not like this. It's very pissed. It's very pissed because of you don't give enough. You don't work.
You know what
enough.
the problem is, Marcel?
Enough.
I think you're just frustrated. They're both frustrated. You know this? This is the problem. And you can be frustrated too. The COVID has changed a lot of businesses. You know what? One thing a Thai lady said to me, thinking too much. Don't just back off. Back off. These are hard times. If you were drinking every day, I could blame you. But you're not drinking alcohol, getting drunk every day. You're just working your guts off. You're playing.
No, I don't drink. But when we open the shop and I have VIP guests, I drink.
But that's different. The VIP guests, no, but you don't understand. Of course.
That's where you have to host them. You have to entertain.
You've got to be a good host.
Yeah. The biggest
Rez, $20. As a young man, Marco did what he thought was right to do and apologized when he realized the errors. I think he more apologized when
he was caught.
When he was caught. Rez, $20. I do feel it is AC3 responsibility to help cultivate and mentor talents that he chooses to collab with. Yeah, Rez, thank you so much for your...
He's got some interest. There's some truth to some of this.
Yeah.
Look, the biggest shit of all is that she's fucking alcohol. She's fucking allergic for alcohol. So she cannot even drink alcohol. She doesn't even know what is the effect of being sometimes drunk.
Yeah,
well, most Japanese can't drink, right? I thought, or maybe not most. Many Japanese.
There is some of them. They have this crazy allergy that doesn't exist nowhere in the world, only in Japan. They're like
it's all in their head. You know that? It's all in their head.
Well, to be fair, they lack the enzyme that's necessary to break it down. So
it could be.
Archie,
it ends up that they're toxic. They have a toxic reaction.
Super chat. We got a super chat. I got to get the super chats in there. Which one's the super chat? This is
Rez.
Super chat.
You read the Rez one of.
Yep. No, we did that one there.
Okay, the next one.
Okie dokie. And we did the second Rez one as well there. Marco,
okay.
Here we go. I just got to read this here. Please read. Marco did not apologize. He said all he did was excusable because it was locker room talk. There we go. This is just coming from the bear. Marco did not apologize. He said all he did was excusable because it was locker room talk. There you go there, guys. I got to tell you, it's, I don't know what to say there. He denied everything. He denied everything. That's what the bear has just told me now. I don't know what to say. It's a bit of a...
Well,
I got to tell you.
I don't think the bear's lying. No.
Bear has just said to me, please read, he didn't apologize for trying to undermine and plot against Rolex. Good point. Good point. He didn't apologize for that. That was locker room talk. So that's the perfect excuse. Locker room talk. So I don't know what to say, really. It's disappointing. Of course it's disappointing. Of course it's disappointing. It's yeah, it's it is very, very disappointing.
I like your shirt, Marcelo.
Thanks. It's old.
It's okay. It's still a beautiful shirt, man.
Wow, thanks.
I love Lacoste. I have many Lacoste shirts.
I just sent you a text, Marcelo, on the WhatsApp. I just sent you a text there. There we go. I just sent you a text there.
I wonder if he meant a different word than locker room.
Yeah,
you know,
I got to
locker
tell you,
room
sometimes
is different.
it's very tough when you're in business and the wife is not happy. You know, it's very tough. Sometimes it's very hard. You know, it's when your wife is in the same business with you, it can be very, very stressful. I got to be honest with you. Sometimes in life, you've just got to realize, you know, someone's got to take charge. You know, somebody has to take charge, and I got to tell you, sometimes it's not easy to be a leader in tough times. Leadership is not easy. It's very difficult at times. Okay, leadership can be a very hard thing, and
Are you a traditionalist there?
Was that Japanese American? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just noticed he had wooden rackets, or it looked like wooden rackets. Are those wooden rackets?
No, it's
No.
I just wondered. It looked like when he was putting them in, they looked like wooden rackets, and I thought, wow, that's okay. I see they're not now.
No.
I see they're not now.
Is my Babolat Aero. Actually, I putting always over grip. Used to come with kind of synthetic grip. I actually changed it to leather. Here I add more rubbers to add more weight. And here, I don't know if you can see it. I actually put black lead. This is to increase the weight of the racket. So, and this is iron.
And you put a vibration ring too, I see.
Yeah, I put a vibration, and this is iron. For example, Nadal play with this kind of racket, but he play with a shorter one. I play with 1 centimeter a bit longer. For me, is if you guys saw that I play, you give me a little bit.
Yeah, I don't play tennis, but I play racquetball, so.
Yeah, and this racket creates a problem for me here in the finger.
Yeah, so look, Marcelo, I think seriously, you've got to go and.
Archie, was that Japanese American lady the pro's girlfriend?
No, she was just a client there. She was just yeah. Very sweet lady, very sweet lady. She'd be a lot of fun, you know.
I'm sure she would. Very exotic.
Marcel, I don't know. You got a fighting with the wife. I think good idea. You know, Marcel, just say, leave business to me. Please, don't think.
She told me take the business. I don't want to now deal with because the business is so weak. I don't want to deal with hire a worker.
So what does she want to do then? If you're going to take the business, what's she going to do then? She wants to be paid out then. Is that right?
No, she wants to work. She wants to find a different job. She wants to work as a dentist, hygienist, or something. She used this. What?
Oh, good. She can pay the bills then. That's good.
Yeah, and she want to look. She's not a bad wife. She want to work. She want to do other things.
That's good. She can help you with the bills.
Maybe
she
needs a break. You know what? Sometimes she gets too bored in that job. Maybe it's good for her to try something else.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be a good idea, Marcel. That's not a terrible thing, but could you get someone else to help you?
He doesn't want to hire somebody because it costs money.
Exactly. It will cost me money that I don't really have now. I mean, I actually saw the bank.
How much does it cost per hour if you have a waitress staff? How much does waitress staff cost?
I would be like almost $20 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it costs. No, Australia's the same.
And the truth is, the restaurant, I mean, I open from 6 in the evening. Sorry for the noise. There is a helicopter.
That's okay. Don't worry about that.
I open from 6 in the evening till maybe 10, maybe 11 o'clock in the night. Depends on the client. If it's VIPs, sometimes we stay longer. But the problem with the waiter is you need a waiter to do the waitering, and also to, especially the VIPs, they like to stay longer. You know, the last train is 11:30 in the evening, But
Yes.
I don't have customers. Customers that leave 11:30. Some of them leave 12. Some of them want to leave 1 o'clock. And then I don't
Yes.
want to be stuck with all the dishes and all the mess in the restaurant because
You
the
have a
waiter has to
dishwasher?
go home 11 because
You
she's
don't have a
going to lose the
dishwasher?
lunch train.
You have a dishwasher?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You
Well, you
know,
got to clean them up and put them in there. There's a lot of work to do that.
Yeah, it's not only Archie, you need to work in a restaurant to see. It's not only
It's very,
dishes.
very tough, especially if it's a two-man show, lady and a man.
Yeah.
It's very, very.
Yeah.
Look, I completely sympathise with you. It is, and you've got to focus on not cleaning the dishes. You've got to stay with them and talk to them. They don't want you doing.
Don't they have like a culinary school? You can pick a student without pay to do his co-op and do his stage.
Of course we have. They don't want to work in small places like me. They want to go to the
big,
Robichons
expensive.
and the Hiltons and the
Yeah.
and the big guys, the big chefs.
Right.
Yeah. Cool, Chris Callie, $5. Men are able to fight, wipe the blood, shake hands, and move forward. It's more about what is done now rather than what was done before. Compromise. Hashtag loser talk. Yeah, I got to tell you, it's always a problem. This is sometimes, Wizard, when you got the wife in the business with you. I tell you what, there's nothing better than the
You
love
have
of
no
a good
time away
woman.
from each other, and you start
But-
getting on each other's nerves.
It's also
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
Wiz.
very much.
When you have
Yeah.
business success, you can see that it also would be very good as well. You know, when you have business success, it's great to be successful, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's no room to breathe.
exactly.
Reds, $20. AC3, your disappointment is understandable and broken trust is very palpable. You are surrounded by many good friends as well as mentors such as Bear. Yeah. I got to say, Marcelo, we've all been there, man. You know what? I think in your case, seriously, stop. This is COVID. You got to fucking wait. You cannot make any rash choices in the middle of COVID. Stop. You got to wait for the economy to start going again.
Yeah, I had
You can't control the economic factors. Maybe you need to talk to your landlord. Look, business is terrible. Can you give me a discount? Have you asked that? That's what I would do. Look at what?
And I will tell you, Marcelo, Japan rejected some of the vaccines due to metallic contaminations. They don't seem to be completely irrational in their behaviors. So my guess would be that the lockdown is going to be ending soonest in countries like Japan.
Well, Japan doesn't have a lockdown because the government can't enforce it because they don't have power to pay you any welfare.
Well, I mean the effective lockdown.
No. They don't have a.
They don't have a formal lockdown.
Enforced lockdown. I think they don't have an informed. I don't actually. Maybe Archie was right. I don't know exactly the reasons why.
Yeah, they don't have the legal power to force a business to not open. They can't do that because there is no welfare or support payments to back up that thing, that action. See, otherwise people would go bankrupt. What are you going to do? Then the government says we've just killed all these businesses. Fuck, it's a bigger disaster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say one of your lines, and that's "Wake up, sunshine," because some of these countries are doing just that with no alternative.
I got to tell you, Marcel, I tell you what, it's very hard when you've got a lady who's not backing you. You know, they got to be for you or they're against you. If the woman's not for you, she's against you. And you don't need to have fights with your wife about this shit, you know? You've got to... She doesn't bring up the mistress. You keep that quiet. I wouldn't be discussing the mistress with her when you're having these fights either. Just keep that quiet.
No, that's not a good strategy.
Archie, we are adult. We are not stupid. We don't of course.
I think he knows that's not the best strategy.
You know, it's like it just we are all the peace. Also from this COVID. Also from I mean, she's tired. She want to when we opened the restaurant, we wanted to make how we say a lot of money. We wanted to grow. I took a fucking Israeli manager. I think I told the Wizard last time, and the guy almost took over my business. I almost bankrupted the whole thing in 2016. You know, you cannot trust no fact. No.
What did he do? What did he do? He started his own business or what?
No, he started to screw up in my business. He manipulated the accounter. He actually stole close to 100 grand. Yeah, he did a lot of shit. He went to Israel. A story that I started to tell. Wizard about it. He went to Israel to import Israeli wine like I wanted, and in my account he was actually buying the wine for half price, selling me for double. The wines that I was paying for.
I see. He ripped you off.
Yeah.
That's fucking awful.
Yeah, he did it for 1 year. And then he almost started to invest money inside the restaurant that he almost took over the business. I actually discovered that. I took a lawyer that I paid 10 grand to kick him out of all this mess.
I see. Res,
yeah,
$20, but AC3, the constant attack on your previous partners may mount as bullying and may have lasting effects on them. Try to be kind and forgiving. That will be priceless. I got to be completely honest with you. Whenever it goes over 60,000 Canadian, my tolerance level is not the same as when it's 5,000. 60,000 Canadian. Remember that. Guys, I'm going to wrap this show up soon. Wizard, can you give some advice to Marcel? We saw a side of Marcel we didn't see before.
Well, I don't know.
He's
I mean,
in a shit business. He's got a wife who is fucking at his throat. He's got a few watches, okay? That's his emergency escape money. That's his parachute. Your watches are your parachute, okay?
Yeah, no, that's why I want to make fucking YouTube. I try everything.
Look, what do you think? What advice, Wizard? Give him some advice.
I think if the wife wants to go get a job, let her go get a job. She can help out with the bills at home, since he has a suffering business.
She wants him to get a job as well.
Oh,
She wants to close the shop. She wants to.
Yeah, but you can't close the business if you can sell it. If you can wait a year, just tell. You got to have a bigger plan, bigger picture. You say you don't sell the business when everything's shit. You sell the business when someone wants to buy it. Once COVID goes away, people will want to invest in a business. They'll say, you know what? I don't want to work for the boss anymore. I want to have a little shop, and your shop looks amazing. I want to buy your shop.
But here there is some regulations that you guys don't know. You need to inform the landlord of your building for at least 6 months ahead, and that you're preparing to close. Now, if you inform 6 months ahead that you're planning to close, and eventually you don't close, you screw, because you already gave him this 6 months. So basically, already reconsider out.
Yeah, it's formal notice to vacate premise. I know.
So I don't want to take that kind of risk.
Look, you know what? Why don't you just, you know what? Just fuck it all. Why don't you go and see that 42-year-old lady? Just go and say to her, you know what? Just don't think about this shit. Okay? Because it's just doing my head in, Wizard. It's doing my head in. I can see why he gets depressed. Can I say that to you, Wizard?
Sure.
Fuck me dead. Life is hard. Can I tell you that to you?
It's never a good strategy to sell.
Look, today's Friday. I'm going to maybe later, after take a shower or something, try to go to the shop, create one more kind of stupid video about any watch I have or something that
I think don't waste your
my
time.
Head.
Why don't you go and have a
I will do that.
I think that's what he's doing wrong. I think you should be constantly doing videos about the restaurant. Try to promote the restaurant. The watches.
Forget watches.
He's not a watch dealer. He's not a watch expert. He should concentrate on building up that restaurant, creating
Japanese business,
creating videos about the steaks and the aging process and the way he
your food,
grills them. I think that's what he should do.
I tried this in the past. It doesn't work. A lot of the places want to. They will take it as a copy. They're going to copy me. There's a lot of. I have a very strong secret in in the way I do things, in the way that I keep a lot of things as a secret for places not to copy me. That's why I still have for 10 years some of the
Yeah, they do copy a lot.
VIP.
You know, Wizard in Japan, they're not very original. They'll just copy everything.
Okay.
You know?
And they already copy me. They already copy me in the idea of doing age meat. They already copy me of serving meat in the wood in special wood dishes that I was serving already 10 years ago. That was my innovation here in Japan. They already copy me in a lot of little things. I'm not going to remember more things that they copy me with. I think deep sets and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, and I don't want to create new things. I'm basically tired of creating new things and getting copy. I don't want to make videos. Wait. I don't want to make videos about food because I did it 10 years ago, Archie, when we were starting the YouTube about the watches. I had a YouTube called Cooking Like Crazy that another fucker Israeli screwed me over with the YouTube, and he took over the channel and he never paid me a penny. And I used to make, I think I have like 20 videos of food that I used to do before. So fuck that. If I do something, I'm going to do it on my own. And I started to do this YouTube about watches. So yes, I'm not knowledgeable about watches.
What's the channel called? I'll go and have a look.
Fucking watches.
What's it called? What's that one who stole it? What's he called?
I don't know. It changed the name now. It used to be Cooking Like Crazy, and now it changed the name for God knows what. And actually, you could see me there a little bit young doing stupid things because he wanted the channel to be stupid. So
no need to advertise it. It sounds like anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you know, I mean, I always wanted to do YouTube, and the way that I wanted to approach YouTube, and I guess whoever watch my videos hate me for that, who don't understand. I don't care. I just wanted to express myself by showing clips of Japan, showing myself happy, showing myself wearing the watches, the things that I was somehow able to afford during the 10 years that I was suffering in my restaurant. And I wanted to try to grow in that shit. You know, I wanted to try to do this. This is what I told my wife. You know what? Let me be focused in the fucking YouTube, and we're going to have some pennies. You know, I'm not going to get like the fight you had yesterday, like 50 grand, 100 grand a month. No, I'm going to get $1,000 a year. Okay, this is okay. This is better than nothing for me. Fuck, you know.
Okay, Marcel, we've got to wrap up soon there. Thank you. I'll talk to you privately.
It sounds like it's just a stress reliever.
Wizard, I should bring him on just so we know life isn't always fantastic when you go to this exotic land and you meet an exotic lady. It can turn into a fucking Japanese nightmare. Believe you me. I got to tell you what, I have him on the show just to show you that you should be grateful for what you have, Wizard.
True.
Because no matter how sexy that Japanese wife you have is, there's some foreigner there who can't stand her.
That's true.
You know, Wizard, it's he's a nice guy. Marcel is a nice guy. I feel a bit sorry for him.
Everything.
Marcel, I think sometimes too.
I was doing the videos with the parrot with you guys just to create a kind of gimmick. So some people like it, how we say, the man with the bird. And other ones were calling me a fucking cat with a bird. Fuck them. You know, I mean, I got
but you got to have tough skin, Marcel. Marcel, look
at how many people don't like me. I mean, just, you know.
Yeah.
Look, it's very, 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 very tough gay gig there. It's but look at this, Marcel. No matter how bad your life is, look at this. His life is even worse.
Well, he's his worst enemy.
Millionaire. Look, I don't know.
He is.
He is. He's got. I don't know what kind of business he do. I mean, if it's true, but whatever he do, if it's really high tech, he's doing well. Come on, he's buying nice watches. In Israel, it's impossible to buy the watches that he have in being a schlumper the way he is. Come on, Wizard. He's a fucking.
He's a schlep. He's a
schlumper.
He's a mamzer.
But a person like that with a fucking free Rolex, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? In Israel? In Israel? Yes. In Tel Aviv? Come on, guys, open the eyes a little bit. You guys know what kind of business is into. We don't want to make a noise in internet about it, but come on.
Here we go,
right.
Archie. can you confirm to can you confirm to Bear that MJT and I are two very good-looking guys? He is down. No, CB and can you confirm that MJT and CB, those guys absolutely have backed me. Believe you me. MJT got me the sub. CB has given me donations. CB's been a super fan for years. A super fan.
Unless I misunderstood what he meant. I think he's saying something about his
They're handsome.
appearances.
Oh, they
That's
are
right.
handsome. They're both very handsome. CB, I tell you what, he's got that Brazilian sort of suave, sophisticated look to him. He's extremely... Even I want to sleep with him. And I'm straight.
Well, mostly.
Guys, I'm going to
By
wrap
the way,
this
my mom
baby
is
up. We'll see you.
Brazilian.
Ah, got
My
you.
mom
We're
is
going to be back.
Brazilian.
We'll be back tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much. Love yous all, and just remember this. You could be in a foreign country with a nagging wife as well. Just don't dream too hard, or those fantasies could come true.
Everybody out there, please hit the